Hello and hi, my name is Aksik, aka Nika. Welcome to my channel. Hopefully I have somebody here today, eventually, fingers crossed, like this. And I also hope that my sound is going to be okay. Now I'm going to check now on my phone that I am nicely online, because you never know. Just making sure that it shows live. Yeah, it shows live here. So we'll see. Hi, Robin. Hi. It's great. It's great. There's somebody here. Oh, hi, Angie. Hi, welcome. So lovely to have people joining me. I was a bit worried that today is going to be this night that nobody will join me, but I can, of course, call her on my own as well. And, oh, hi! Hi! Oh, that's great. Things are getting better. Things are getting more positive. There was a moment of worry. Oh, Candace, hi! Sound is good. Oh, thank you. I worked so hard trying to figure out what it was. I never did understand what actually happened, but I just put loads of limiters on sound and changed settings in OBS, and I did several recordings to make sure that everything was fine. But I was like, I betcha I did all those recordings, I did all that testing and changes, and when I actually go live, it's going to be like in a tunnel again. Oh, hi, Robin. It's midnight. Okay, where are you, Robin? Oh, hi, Yana. Hi. Hi, Dawn. Oh, so nice. So nice. This is brilliant. We have all lovely people here. Now, to talk about the actual plans, plans and me. Well, a bit of an oxymoron there. I am absolutely struggling because I can't make up my mind. I was sitting for 2 days and then for an hour before the stream looking through the things, and I have so many things I would need to or want to do, and I can't make up my mind. I will just have to kind of pull one book from the pile and just go for it. Oh, Robin, don't worry about typos. We are all very good at typees. Oh, hi, Kate. Oh, that's fine, Kate. Yeah, lovely to know that you're here. Just do your own thing, chill, relax. We'll keep you company. Oh, that is so nice. So, thing is, as I said, I am struggling to make up my mind. So I'm going to show you a couple of books, okay? A couple of things that are hovering in my head and in my consciousness. And then I'm trying to figure out, we try to figure out what I'm going to be doing. Okay, start with this one. Okay, putting those to the side so it wouldn't be all over the place. So this is a book I love, Flora Wakeart, Winter Wonderland, fantastic book. Not a great paper for water materials, but other than that, amazing. So I have this spread done, kind of a based the background here, kind of a pastel-y, cute, and I want to do something on top of it with acrylic markers and gel pens, mostly, to do all that, those branches and that quote, kind of a bit in, I don't know, folk arty style, fairly flat, with a bit of a kind of like maybe decorations and stuff like this. So I thought that might be one option. Kate, my son is having a friend sleepover and I'm full of germs. Oh my God. So I'm just gonna watch and listen. Oh, you're full of germs. Oh gosh, I remember them days, the sleepovers. Gosh. They were tiring, but they were fun. Then I have this book, Unicorns, by Camilla Garofano. Love that book. Well, I love all Camilla Garofano books. I pretty much will say that for every book I'm showing you, won't I now? I'm not very discerning, as you might notice. Love that book, my chorus. Oh, no, not that page. Oh, I thought about doing that page or that page. I kind of put preliminary background here. It's not going to stay exactly the same. I kind of messed up the top of that a bit, but we're going to fix it. And or this one, and you know, there's going to be pencils and some maybe water-based markers and, you know, stuff like this. So that might be one of the options. Then I have this one. No, I know I had the bookmark and I've lost it, haven't I? It was in the winter. I know that the page that I meant to do, or, you know, kind of. If I actually have a body color with Maria that I would like to start soon. Oh, here, that one. Which is a really lovely page. And I thought that, you know, mostly a little bit of water-based marker, but mostly pencils and some soft pastels. The background here, possibly. Oh, hi, Serena. Hi. Millie, hi. Oh, lovely. We don't have Donald today. I'm very proud. I actually listened to that song from last week. Before now, my the exposure of the camera is going now back and forth, isn't it? Let me see. I might brighten it tiny bit. Sorry. Yeah. It just, you know, changes once in a while. So I might have to change it once in a while. So I have also this book, which is Bunnies and Wagons. I find it actually hard to pronounce. And I thought here I might do alcohol markers with pencils on top. So one is wrecking her head now. What to do? Oh, and I also have this next to me, which is a really cute book I got from Vintage, because, you know, Vintage is now a thing. I'm going to give myself a little bit more light. Maybe that's better. And I like the art in this one. I don't know if you've seen that one before. It's called Just Add Color on the Go. It has this kind of a very folk arty, very simplistic stuff, but I really like the paper and I like the art style. It's obviously kind of a travel or pocketbook, as is clear from here. Maybe a little bit too much. And it's really cute. And I did here some demonstrations because I filmed a video for next week about how to mix cheap acrylic paints so they would be mostly opaque, so you would be actually able to do backgrounds with one layer without worrying, you know, how many layers do you have to put down, and, you know, how to mix them and what consistency they should be to give you those, you know, kind of a almost colorful black style backgrounds without having to do multiple layers. Because people have asked about that, and I thought it would be useful. It's not a kind of super exciting video, but it's kind of one of those practical ones that, you know, people might need to refer to occasionally. Bunny stargazing. Yeah, I kind of tend to lean towards it as well. Okay, let's take that one first, at least. It's not a huge page, but knowing me, huge or not, it is going to take me a while. So first thing I'm going to do, this, I haven't touched that book before. I got that as a Happy Mail from my wonderful subscriber Michelle, and I haven't, obviously been able to do anything in it, but it's so cute. It's so incredibly funny and cute. And I want to try different styles here, you know, some of them almost like I think I saw Mireia Colors did one of the pages here with like acrylic markers with very kind of a graphic, sharp shading, which looked really cool in this book. So I thought I might try something like that in one page. But this one I will just do with alcohol markers. But first thing I need to do is I need to make a paper fit. So I have obviously the paper that is wax paper, just a kind of a Amazon standard wax paper. And somebody has stolen my scissors. I bet you it's my daughter. She was looking something in this room for some sort of a craft project she was doing in her room. So I suspect she walked away with scissors. Oh, who else has arrived? Am I missing somebody? If I somehow accidentally missed you, I didn't say hello, I am very sorry. Jana, working on a page in Botanicum, the girl and cat ice skating. Oh, I know that page. It's a really cute page. What are you using? Are you using watercolors or pencils, or what you doing? Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my finger and just run it over the sharp edge here, over the book. And this way I have exact crease. I don't have to change the width because the width is pretty much perfect for this paper. And now I'm using totally wrong scissors for this because somebody, not calling the names here, has walked away with my scissors. My life is an endless tragedy. She was making a brooch for her friend, whose birthday is tomorrow. She was felting calcifer from Howl's Moving Castle, and she was looking bits for making like felt and stuff to make it into a brooch. And I betcha she grabbed my scissors and walked away, as you do. She had no reason presuming that I would need them during the stream, but hey. Candace, swatching watercolors, been swatching and organizing all afternoon. Oh yeah, it's kind of enjoyable, but it does take a long time, and then it kind of gets tiring, the routine of it. At the same time, it's really lovely to see them, all the colors, and how they behave and how different pigments behave. I enjoy that bit. Okay, I prefer, even for alcohol marker, especially if there's frame like this, I prefer to put down the washi tape just to keep it somewhat tidy. Of course, washi tape doesn't protect you from the bleeding. If it goes underneath the bleed, it's just fine. I usually end up just putting black onto the frame, doing that frame in a black eventually anyway, either with acrylics or with alcohol marker or whatever. So not very worried about that, but kind of just to keep it a little bit tidy. Maybe this time it'll work and I won't have the bleeds, but we know all that this is not going to happen. Jana, soft pastels and harmonious set by Castle Arts. Ooh, that sounds really beautiful. It's going to be one of those beautiful, really stylish, muted pages. I bet you it's gorgeous. Soft pastels are underutilized. You could really use them more. Candace, at least you have a clue of where to find the scissors. Yeah, well, in theory, if they were there. Well, there's other scissors there, but one is my fabric scissors, which you don't cut paper with your fabric scissors, or not fabric, but ribbon scissors. And then there's those Tim Holtz kind of weird mixed media scissors that I don't really like much. I bought them with a big hooray because everything by Tim Holtz was, amazing when I was still card making. It was Tim Holtz, it was amazing. And I never liked those scissors. Angie, I'm working on a page in Hannah Carlson's Seasons. That's a beautiful book. Is that her first? Is Seasons the first? Am I hallucinating, or is that the first? Oh, hi! Hi, Glitter Day. So cool. What name should I call you, Glitter Day? Or should I just call you Glitter Day? Which I can do, happily. And I apologize if I've asked that before. I'm very, very bad with names. But, if you don't mind, Let me know now, and I'm writing it down. I'm that organized nowadays. Okay, so what I want... Can you just imagine that I put the washi tape around wrong page? I just didn't pay attention at all, did I? Can you believe that? I have to go and put it to the correct page. I don't want to do this page. This is typical. This is what you get when you're visiting LIVESTREAMs. Random chaos. Oh, I hope I have enough washi tape left on this roll. That's a good width. I don't have much of that width. You're Andrea. Okay. Please note, I'm taking a pen now. And I'm writing your name down. Today is Andrea. And this way, if I don't remember, I can refer, and eventually I will remember. I have this weird mixed memory. I memorize the things best if I don't do just one thing. If I just read something, I don't remember it very well, but if I read and also explain to somebody or hear it also, I remember it better. Even better if I actually wrote it down somewhere. I kind of had this process of putting it down somewhere with a hand, like writing. Then I remember things a bit better. My memory, yeah, it was never great. That'll be ready for summer, Candace. Oh. Andrea, oh my God, I just got this book today. I'm super excited for this one. This book, the Bunnies and Dragons. Bunnies. I feel a need, because it's spelled that way. I feel a need to do a baby voice, a weird voice, when I'm saying the Bunnies and Dragons. I don't know why. But probably because I'm weird. I mean, that's not news to anybody. Please have enough. Please have enough. Please have enough. Please. Oh, okay. Last. Was there enough? Can you believe it? It was just enough to do another frame. Okay, well, not exactly. It's not sticking very well, but hey. Beggars cannot be choosers. Millie, I just got this book for Christmas. Now question is, do I pull it out and follow along, or do I keep working on my mountain of whips? Angie, I got this book months ago. It's still uncolored. Candace, great success. Yeah, I'm very proud of myself. Well, it was kismet. Okay, I need to now find my amazing chart for Hobo markers, which I can see if I can. Okay, here we go. So I want the background. I actually want to do a bit of a soft gradient from kind of a like ultramarine blue here to kind of a purplish hue here at the bottom. So I need to find colors. Catherine, hello, briefly dropping in to say hi. Just put my coloring away. Lolo's World of Wonder. Ah, that's a cute book. Good. Oh, hi, Emma. Half awake, Emma. Hi. Oh, drowsy Emma. Isn't life great? Okay, so I need to find colors that would work for me. Okay, I might take that B440, if I can find it, that would be even better. And then B380. Okay, and if I could somehow go into the purplish with it, maybe I could try to go from I need to have similar value, but different color. Maybe I will try to go from here and take that V070. So it's that one. I can take you closer to the chart if that's in any way helpful. So I took these two colors here. And now, because I don't really have a very good blending option from that to kind of like a purplish, because I want to go into purplish, I was thinking that I'm looking for something like this value-wise. Different color, different hue, but similar value, and see if I can force blend them somehow. So I'm looking at this V070, and we're going to try it out in a second. V070. And then it would be nice to go from that into... This is not actually a good blend, to be honest, that the author has put here. Maybe I should try to go into V160 instead. V160. And I will just in case take V150 as well. I'm not sure I'm going to get as light as that. And here's my dirty book. I'm calling it dirty book because I just put random stuff into it as I'm kind of quickly looking, you know, like scribbles, you know, what color I'm using, because I'm not very good at using actual color charts or anything, so I just keep grabbing things. Okay, and now, moment of truth. Can I force these two together? I just put away my chart like that, Catherine. Oh, yeah, they're great charts, aren't they? They're just fantastic, these one-page charts. To have a view of all the collection you have. So handy. Okay, so let's see. Whew! Now... And of course, I also don't know how the alcohol markers are going to... that's not good. Actually, I might get away with it. I might. And let's see if I have... And these two colors don't love each other either. But I might get them. I might need to be careful there at the end. I would like to get to similar result, but I'm not sure how it's going to work. I'm taking all the caps off now because okay, I'm putting wrong caps to wrong places. Yeah, that's the wrong cap. All right. And now I have these ones off. And I have the dark one here as well. Okay. So I'm just going to leave the caps off. It's going to be easier if I'm doing blending, because then I don't waste time trying to figure out how to blend them. This background is going to be a challenge. I am going to be honest, I'm surprised if it's going to look very good. But we'll try. Oh, Chris. Hi, Auntie Chris. Hi, Chris. I didn't see you coming in. Keep missing people. Emma, Gizmo thinks I'm not paying enough attention to him, so he's squinting and pretending his eye hurts. I know he can see fine. He just chased the cat off the bed. Catherine, really helps. I only just completed my Uhuhu, but my newest set are the new codes. So I had to annotate the charts. Oh, that's a pain, yeah. Yeah, but you should be able to do it in the PC as well, that you just replace. Or, you know, kind of change. It's kind of hard that they did that. I'm going to check how this is going to blend with. Ideally, near the ground, I would have that color. Oh, we'll see how it's going to work out. So I'm sadly I cannot hear. Like I would like to have kind of like increments, but I need to pretty much go the whole length of the page. There's nothing that will kind of, let's say there was big cloud here, you know, behind her, and I would have to only do blending, you know, in small areas as opposed to doing it the whole page length. But that's gonna make things a bit more complicated. But we'll see. We'll see how is this going to go. Is that one? Yeah, that's the fine tip. I would prefer to do that. Any blending, heavy blending, especially force blending like this, because these colors don't really want to blend very well. I betcha. I think I have a wrong marker. Yes, I did. Especially force blending like this, you want to have the square nib. This one, that is the best for force blending. I can't bring it very close at the moment because I switched off the autofocus for time being because it was bouncing back so and forth so much and driving me nuts. And that I just fixed the focus at the moment on the sheet so you wouldn't have this constant blurry, not blurry, blurry, not blurry, blurry, not blurry on the screen. I can put it back anytime I want, so if I need to show something very close to the camera, I can do that easily. But I wanted to preserve your eyes a little bit. The paper isn't bad for alcohol markers. It's very smooth. So at least it's pretty easy on the nibs. And here I actually don't want to color over them stars. I want to keep them white, which makes it even more tricky. So this is going to be a fascinating footage of me blending a big flat area of alcohol markers while trying to blend them. Because that usually can't go super fast either. It would go faster if I would just color over stuff, which I often do. But as I said, I don't wanna. Don't wanna. Like if I went over those stars in big swiping motions, it would be faster. I still have to say that alcohol marker doesn't go down here super smoothly. But I've seen way worse paper. So this one is relatively okay. Catherine, I had gaps in the colors and didn't want to reswatch. I will print a new version in the end. I was making stickers for the lids with the ink on as well. Oh gosh. Yeah, I understand why they wanted to do the new numbering system, but it's a pain for people who already have, who are used to, especially if you're used to the old system and old numbers. And if you have all the swatch charts with them and you need to replace a marker, and then it's going to be a pain. Because mine are all organized by the current numbers. They pretty much run in the sequence on my shelf. So if I had to reorganize, you know, if something, I had to get replacements, I would probably need to reorganize all my shelves to make things fit. Do you know what I mean? My rhinitis, my nose, I have chronic rhinitis, is being a pain last week and I have pills that I can take to kind of ease things a bit and make it a bit less sneezy and runny. But then I will also have to, sadly, pretty much put my head on the desk and sleep a while because it knocks me out. So I didn't want to take that before the stream. So if I'm a bit like congested, then please forgive me my droopiness. Oh, hi, Maria. I just saw you. Sorry. I'm at the moment quite concentrating on trying to get more or less smooth-ish layer of alcohol markers down. I'm doing the majority of the sky with that dark one because I want to put on top of it, I want to create kind of like with opaque pencils, the bit of a like colorful swooshes through the sky. And that works best on the dark background. So I need to, did you just, of course, okay. Clever girl. I cut the sheet and then I didn't put it behind the page. This is me today. This is pure chaos. This is what you get. Okay. I also definitely don't want to color over the bunnies and wagons. Just winging with colors. Hello, holy smokes, I actually made your live event. Hi. Hi, just winging it. What should I call you? I'm having that name collection today. I'm taking names because, you know, if you want me to just call you with the username, absolutely fine. But if you prefer use some sort of a name, then I'm going to make a note for myself. And I'm trying to remember names. I'm practicing my memory. Oh, hi, Kat. Chris, oh yeah, it's going to be fascinating. Let's hope so. And also, if there is a little bit of unevenness in the marker, which probably, you know, there will be somewhat, because to get it really, really smooth here, I would need to go over it twice, I suspect. The paper the marker tends to lay down tiny bit splotchy. And I don't want to do 2 layers. But you know, there's going to be kind of a swirlies and magic bits added to the skies and swooshes of color. So a bit of an unevenness here and there doesn't really matter. And the gradient, I want to start someplace here maybe, you know, in this area. Until then, I want to just get down more or less even layer of this slightly ultramarine color. I think to me it's ultramarine, but it says cyanine blue. So, what book is that? Okay, Maria, this is Bunnies and Wagons. And I know it's going to be annoying, but every time I say that, some reason I revert into a baby. Into Bunnies and Wagons. Because that's the way it's written. I blame the artist. Infantilize or whatever. I'm not even trying to go there. Okay, I'm keeping this stripe of color here because that's kind of a narrower bit. So if there's going to be a bit of a sharper bit here, I'm stopping it here. And I'm going down. Here is a wider bit. I can't really have a narrow area there. So I need to put the blend down, or I want to put blend down here first. And I'm just trying to even out a little bit. Or at least if there's texture, try to keep the same sort of a texture. So here I'm just using kind of circular movements. So, you know, if there has to be a texture on the sky a little bit, at least keep it kind of the same style. Catch up, hi to everyone since I came in. Maria, I have just been away and celebrated my parents' 60th wedding day. Oh, yeah, you said. Oh, congratulations to them. Wow, that is an endurance. That is a good marriage. Well, I sincerely hope it's everything good. $60 is amazing. A lot of us don't last that long. A lot of people, sorry, not specifically us. That is not what I meant. Okay, so I'm trying to here get to the bunny and maybe start with a little bit of a blend. We'll see how this is going to work out for me. I want to lighten, go into the lighter blue here at least. Just to start going in. I might have to do 2 layers. We'll see how it's going to go. At the moment, I'm not really very keen on how it looks, but it's never going to be perfect. I'm not trying to be. Oh, Lucy. Hi, Lucy. No, Lucy, I just started. Well, not just started. And about half an hour ago, I started. So, plenty time to go. Actually, taking that lighter one to the top and layering that on top a bit to kind of give it extra smooth out and give some texture at the same time. It's not hugely lighter one, and I'm doing the same kind of circular little movements. I just need to essentially soak the paper with ink to have it as like good marker paper. One of the signs is that it absorbs the water, the marker ink evenly. More specifically, paper meant for markers. And although this paper is very nice for markers, at least it's not scratching the nibs off like Amazon paper can. It is not really designed for accepting alcohol markers. Therefore, you get a bit of an uneven absorption of the ink, and that's where that slight blotchiness is coming from. So usually the only help with that one really is just going over it twice or just going deliberately into that texture, leaning into it, which I often just do. At the moment, this one looks fine to me. It'll dry as well. At the moment, things look a bit more uneven than they actually are, because some parts are wetter, some parts are drier, so it looks blotchier than it actually is. Maria, yes, it is. My father had a speech to my mother about how much he loved. Oh, how much he loved her. Oh, that's so beautiful. That is so lovely. Oh. Maria, 60 my age, and I'm alive and kicking. Good for you, Maria. Yeah. Some days I'm more alive than others, I can tell you that. I had a fairly not busy day, but we did stuff today. Just winging it. I had issues with my nose like you. They had me take Zyrtex and Singular for a year at night, then changed me to Singular only, and no problem since 2014. They have tried so many things with me. It's not even funny. how many things they have tried to feed me and spray and whatnot. And pretty much now I'm on the lifelong steroids, essentially. Flixonase is the name of the drug. That once a day I need to spray. Sometimes I forget and then things get worse. It's just, kind of one spray once a day. And then it kind of maintains things more or less on tolerable level. But sometimes you feel all right and then you forget and then things get bad again. Not just because that, it's seasonal as well. Some times are just worse than others. Yeah, and there's tablets that really help me. Not Zyrtex, it's ActiFed. It might be the same active kind of agent, possibly, than Zyrtex. But when I take it, like I can only take it in the evening, kind of either before bed or, at least at night when I can go to bed and have an instant nap. Because it does get me breathing again normally, but it just knocks me out. I fall asleep almost immediately. Emma, the longest relationship I've had is 3 years. My parents are regretting not putting me in a convent when I was 20. Just thinking it. Only problem is I have to take Singular at the same time every day, even an hour late, and I start losing my voice due to drainage. Oh, no, I don't have that. Now, that's something I haven't even heard about. At least nowadays, most people have almost always the phone on them or something that you can have, kind of daily alarm set so you wouldn't forget. Because I've been trying to do that with my kind of a steroid spray that I don't forget. But then if the steroid spray isn't near you when the alarm goes off, and it's like, okay, I'm going to take it in a minute, and then you get distracted by one thing and another thing and another thing, and you forget again. It has happened to me more than once. So yeah. Anything exciting? Well, Maria had a wonderful day, apparently, with her parents' wedding anniversary. I had a driving lesson with my daughter. She's learning to drive now. She had her theory test. She passed it, and now she finally has, she's had her first kind of like instructor lesson as well. And I took her to the kind of industrial area. It's Saturday, so that industrial area is fairly empty, and we were practicing in the parking lot. Just very simple stuff like, steering, driving in a circles for a while. Just to get decent at steering. Oh, hi. Hi. Andrea, hi. Oh, that's great. Great to see you here. You had a video out, which I haven't had time to watch yet. It's in my weekend plans to watch it. I tend to not have much time during the week. Going to work and such. Sometimes if there are a little less busy times, then I might be able to watch some videos during the day or, do stuff at work as well. But if it's busy, then this isn't happening. Okay, and I'm trying to now get this pen. Okay, and now it's going to be soon the moment of truth. It's going to be the really difficult blend moment. Maria, the arm goes off and you read I, turn it off and forget it instantly. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. This happens to me as well with my Flixonase. And that's how I get some really bad periods like I have at the moment. I had actually trouble recording videos because my nose was just running and I was like, which is probably not the most pleasant sound to listen to. Okay, so let's see. Maybe we can try the blend area here. We'll see how this is going to... This is now going to be harsh because I don't think it's going to like it. Yeah, no, it's a wrong marker to start with. I need to do back and forth here now. See if I can get that. Okay. I think I might get it, although it's darker. Because I had to mix them, it's darker than I liked. Okay. I might have had to... Probably better idea would have been to take it up to that really dark blue. Yeah, and do the transition that way. And now it starts bleeding. You can see the ink just bleeds into those stars that I was trying to preserve a little bit. But hey, it's fine. You can always draw them back in. There's going to be more stars here anyway, not just these. Yeah, I might just skip that lighter blue altogether, which is something I should have actually thought of. The Capri blue. And go straight into that purple color. Let me see, what's that? Emma, learning to drive is on your my bucket list. Oh, that must be rough, especially if you live rurally, like not driving. Oh gosh, that must be rough. I didn't drive before I came to live in Ireland because I lived in a capital. I lived in a city, as much as you have like cities in Estonia, but you know, a big city, not capital. And driving and having a car, to be honest, would have been more of a hindrance than anything positive, because you know, keeping the car somewhere, the parking, everything, it just, you know, made more sense. You have public transport, you have taxes, everything is, if you live centrally, which we did, we rented our apartment pretty centrally. Because of that, we didn't really, you know, no place was too far to even walk to, you know. Very close to Old Town and everything. So I never felt the need to drive. And then I came to Ireland, and even then I was still doing pretty fine. But then I had my first child. And when I had my first kid, and he got sick during the day, and I had to find somebody who would drive me to the hospital because public transport in Ireland is, quite frankly, a joke. Well, at least it was. It's gotten a little bit better. They're working on it, but it was really bad back then. There was almost no option to get anywhere unless you had a car. So I just realized that I can't go on like that anymore, and I essentially said, okay, I'm going to learn to drive. So I actually learned to drive pretty late in life. Okay, let me see. I'm missing things from the chat. Lucy, and in my case, it's ADHD meds to remember to do things. Then I forget the meds and everything else. Yeah, exactly. forgetting. It's brutal. Chris, I keep thinking about coloring on YouTube, but I'm afraid I won't have time to everyone. Won't have time to watch everyone else's videos if I do. You are right to be worried about that, to be honest. Because you do need to, especially if you're trying to put out, a decent amount of content or whatever. If you just do odd video here and there, maybe once in a week or once in a couple of weeks, I'd say you'll be fine. But if you're trying to kind of keep it regular, more or less, then yeah, it takes a lot of time. More than people think, actually. So I made it actually more pink than I wanted to. I wanted it more kind of like, lavenderish, but hey, it is what it is. Oh, hi, Hollyberry. Hi. Chris, that's nothing to do with meds, just imposter syndrome. I guess they still don't have meds for that. Hollyberry, you lose a lot of time to watch videos if you make videos. Yes, you really do. Oh yeah, Chris, try a short. Yeah, Candace, Chris, try a short and see how you enjoy it. Yes. Momo, I didn't see Momo coming in. Hi, Momo. Hi. I did not see you. I'm so sorry I missed you walking in. Oh. Hi, Jackie. Oh, all my lovelies. Big hugs to everybody. Virtual hugs. I'm not being weird, okay? It's kind, virtual, non-offensive hugs. Chris Can, I have recently felt tempted to give YouTube's algorithm the finger by making text-only posts. Oh, Cindy, hi! I only learned to drive at 38 after the birth of my second child. Okay, I was a bit earlier. I learned after my first child, and I would have been 37 when I passed the exam. So maybe a year earlier. So yeah, I had mine not very early, let's put it that way. Okay, I need to put that in there a little bit to get rid of that. Change the color here because I changed my mind about how I was going to do the blend, because that's how I roll. This is, oh, I keep forgetting to say, this is Eggplant Purple V070. Is that one. Okay, and now I'm taking the darkest one, which is the cyanine, sorry, blue. And I'm just running over that edge with it. And I'm doing a bit of a flicks here. Okay, let's see how bad that looks afterwards. Hi, Holly. Hi, Holly. Emma, I'm 46. There's too much useless information in my brain for anything else to fit in. Candace, I think it would take me a month to do one video because I dawdle so much and jump around. You can just try to kind of pretty much record them in one go, maybe, instead of trying to do kind of bits and pieces and have loads to edit. Lucy, Chris, you're right to worry. Jackie, I take a real hug. Hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, we're doing fine. Lucy, I made a YouTube channel and now I can't keep up with my watch list of colorists. Oh no. Emma, I must have over 60 pencil sharpeners. Can I find no? No. Annika, why does autocorrect change stuff you don't want it to? Yeah, that happens. Anybody who's had a chat with me or had me in their kind of a chat room or comments knows very well that autocorrect and myself, we have this tempestuous relationship. For example, my autocorrect never, ever, or predictive typing, to be precise, never ever offers me "and" as a word. Instead of that, I get either save or all sorts of other words, but never "and." And some really absurd words that you barely ever use in speech or in text, but never just "and." It's driving me absolutely nuts. Here, oh, Lucy, here they call it geriatric motherhood for anyone gestating that's over the age of 34. It's not flattering. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, yeah. And then they have all those horror stories, how the older you are, the more complications and the more problems you're going to have. You're like terrified, and you damn sure are going to go to a private gynecologist to make sure that you actually have proper. You can here choose either you go but kind of public, which is called public, which is just regular hospital. You go to your appointments, and or you can go private, and basically you pay a certain amount, but then you have the same gynecologist all through they called consultants, higher level gynecologists throughout your pregnancy, and you're going to have more scans. Basically, every time you go there, you're going to get a scan. Whereas otherwise, if everything is going normally here, you get, I think, 2 scans during the pregnancy. So, if you are geriatric, like you said, you damn well choose to have a private consultant and cough up that money, but at least you have that peace of mind that you're being monitored. And that's mainly because everybody does tell you how many things can go wrong if you are pregnant and you're over 34 or 35. They called it senile gravida, Cindy. Wow, senile. Wow. Oh. No, it didn't offend me. It sounded hilarious because at that age you don't really feel that old. Do you know what I mean? But 160. I'm now trying to make sure that I'm putting caps onto correct pens because they're slightly similar. The cap colors are similar. The colors themselves aren't that similar, but the caps are super similar. Yeah, no, it's not. Absolutely not flattering in any way or shape. Okay, so now I want to put some pastel colors here, and I want to put some pastel colors into these ones as well. I want something really soft as a base on that telescope thing. So I'm going to put just, I think that's too cold color, primrose. Actually, it's fine. I know, never, not once have I ever meant to duck. Maria, I record plenty, but then I don't edit and therefore no publishing. Yeah, editing takes way more time usually than... I've now discovered that if I record through OBS, basically direct into my computer, and I can pretty much set things up so I have kind of camera, zoom changes already built in OBS, and I have you know, if I need to show something, a picture or a logo or whatever, it's already there. So I can show and do everything while I'm recording, and then I just do kind of a little cleanup in editing, and it takes a little bit less time. So that has helped slightly. I think I want tiny bit of, okay, something from here. Maybe Y130 mustard. My friend calls it, Jackie, my friend calls it auto cucumber because it's so useless. Oh. Auto cucumber. Emma, do I let the cat out of the cupboard? She locked herself in, or do I let the... Oh, okay, I mean, leave her in there. Well, does the cat have air? Lucy, I call my pregnant patients that are above 34 the wise mamas. Yeah. By that age, it's going to be deliberate, you know? You have seen things, you have done things, and you most likely made a decision, deliberate decision to get pregnant instead of this only happening, kind of. That, you know, it is not always the case, but can when you're very young. Just not really doing much of a blending here, but softening it out a bit. So I want this one here. And here. This is just kind of a rough base. My alcohol marker base, as you've seen before, tends to be kind of like a dirty base. And then afterwards, I fix things. Basically just staining the paper most of the time. Maria, you and I have to have a recording date. Yeah, we should. Emma, the cat has air for next half hour, so she'll be fine. Okay. Chris, Emma, use an AI voice, a really robotic one. Who gets pregnant on purpose? I got pregnant at 21 by accident. I would never ever do it again. If you met my oldest, you'd understand. Candace, I'll stick to being a cheerleader and student for all of you wonderful color tubers and professors. Emma, then my contraception failed when I was 36. Okay. Lucy, check it. I'm psychotherapist. Wow. Emma, it happened to me as well, but then I started being used to it. You mean the voice? Listening to your own voice? Yes, it can be rough. I was kind of lucky in that it didn't really take me that much by surprise because I have worked previously in kind of media, and so I knew well how I sounded. It was no surprise to me. But yeah, it can take people back. Okay, I definitely need to do some acrylic markers, yeah, because things bled as they do. Just tossing some kind of a little bit of a hint of where I want to go, where I want the shading to be. here. So this is going to be central. There's going to be shine here and here as well. There's going to be shiny bit here, shiny bit here. Going to be a shiny telescope, in short. And this bit is going to be more shadowed, and this bit is also going to be more shadowed. And there's going to be a bit of a shadow here too. And here is going to be a bit of a shadow, and here is going to be a bit darker as well. Okay. And I'm going to quick bending. Oh my God, Emma, please do. Thanks, Lucy. I could do with you being here and having physio for a couple of months now on a shoulder impingement. Oh. I was so ducking mad at my partner. Yes, the pregnancy hormones kicked in early. Surprisingly enough, my two were both cheerfully planned. Well, yeah, planned. We pretty much, we didn't want to go there before the house, before I had moved into a house, before the house was ready. So once we moved into our home, then it was like, yeah, now we can have children. And then, how long did it take? It was like 2 months. I was pregnant. Once we decided, okay, now we can have children, then I was immediately pregnant. It did not take me long. Okay, so I'm leaving these bits to be. Oh, actually, I should put a little bit of just a hint, something there. Make my life easier with pencils. Bit of a glint here and there. And I need to do something here with acrylic marker because, or maybe pencils will also work. Just soften the edges. There we go. Afterwards, I can go on top with pencils. Emma, Lucia, I asked for that procedure, but the doctor refused to do it. Yeah, they don't really want to go there most of the time. Candace, unless I could sing instead of talk while I color, looks around. Is that my $1 million idea? No, I just color chaotically off camera. Yeah, I have to say that singing wouldn't be, at the moment anyway. I used to be okay at singing, but I haven't really sung so long that I've become dismally rubbish at it. And I mean dismally rubbish. Jackie, I have one son, so I don't know what daughters are like, but my granddaughter is quickly educating me. Okay, I'm going to go back to the, my pastel set. That's actually funny because I don't even know how that happened, but I have full set of ohuhus, and then I have the pastel set separately. I just, never mind. Let's not discuss that. Yeah, I think I don't know how it happened or, why I thought that was a great idea. But hey, I have it. I'm using it. Oh, the shoulder impingement, yeah. Yes. I'm right-handed and it's in my left shoulder. Even sitting coloring bothers it at times. Oh, sorry. Please do that blue bit near the telescope. It makes me twitch. Oh my God. Do you know what? Do you know what? Thank you. Thank you, Cindy. You're my hero. Oh, I keep doing that to myself, don't I? This is not first time. It makes me twitch as well now that I'm looking at it. Thank you. I knew that, by the way. As I was coloring, I saw that bit all the time. And then once I had the big sky done, it was like gone. Absolutely gone from my mind. As it would be. Okay, so I need to get that really... Okay. Please don't bleed into the telescope that much, okay? Please be sensible. Please, please, please. Okay, I'm going to give a little bit more purple there. And I'm going to put purple here and purple here, because there's going to be sky showing through that as well. And I'm now going to, sorry, I keep saying purple, okay? I am going from B440, which is cyanine blue, to V070, which is eggplant purple. And now I'm moving on to V160, deep lilac. And there we go. I think now I haven't missed any bits of sky. If I have, they can all cry later about it. Lucy, I hear you. My partner is suffering with that in this exact moment. He's been going on for months, but doctors just push him meds and don't help much. He just got a new MRI to investigate further. Oh, Yana, BRB need to fix something to eat. Bon appetit, Yana. Well, first, probably a lot of work. Lucy, as for the tubes procedure, Valerie, it took me 10 years of pleading doctors and the lawsuit. Wow. But after the judge said, someone please operate this lady already, they couldn't deny me anymore. Wow. That's determination. I suspect at some stage I would have just gotten tired and given in. Chris, Annika, I had a video recently where you did it like 2-3 times and I was riveted. Will she notice? And then you did notice and I actually cheered out loud. I don't know if to say sorry, but yay! Or, you know, I'm so proud of entertaining people. Okay, so clouds. I need something light blue. And kind of lavenderish. Jackie, Lucy and Holly, I hear you both. I have been told you probably will never be right again, just managing the pain and lack of movement, really. Bursitis and tendinitis plus arthritis starting. Oh, Jackie, I'm so sorry. Oh, Jackie, don't ever settle for that. Never be right again. Yeah. When I had my tubes tied, Jackie, the doctor asked Graham to sign a permission slip. I was livid. I asked, did they want my father to sign it too? No, listen, Jackie. It's the same here, but it was actually opposite, because after my second child, I had a scare, very close to my second child, and I was like, I'm not doing that again. I was at that stage, about 38 going to 39. I hadn't slept a wink for 4 years. I was like, I'm not doing it. That's it. We're doing something about it. And it's like, I carried the children. So Kevin, sorry, my husband was the one who kind of said, okay, you know, I'm getting the snip. But I had to go to the doctor with him and also sign the kind of, not permission slip, but basically a consent type of a thing. It is essentially a permission slip that I am aware and, you know, I understand everything and, you know, I am okay with it. So it goes both ways. Look, Kevin is still laughing. Well, back then laughing especially that, you know, she literally owns my balls. So... Holly, unfortunately, Jackie, my left foot is the same. Several surgeries on it. At least now I have a handicap parking permit. Oh, shoot. I have issues with my knees and feet as well. I eventually need to address it a bit more aggressively than I have been so far. But I absolutely hate going to the doctor. That's actually an issue. I am very bad at that. Actually taking myself to the doctor. Okay, I'm taking that color here, B340. I need something a bit more, not greenish blue, but kind of a more technically cooler blue. So I'm taking the Robin's Egg blue. So it's B050. Can I actually find it? I found it. And I need something a bit more violet purple leaning. So maybe mauve, so V030, and something a bit lighter, V230. Let's see if I can manage with these. Can I actually find V? I'm blind. Found it. Very proud of myself. Lucy, Jackie, I had doctor request my father and husband. I wasn't even married at the time. Fully single and no kids. What? What the? Oh my God, Holly, oh my God, a man's permission to do something to your own body. Yeah, it was puzzling us as well. Emma, I've had issues with my hips since my first pregnancy, so coming up 26 years. Jackie, well, that's something, I guess, Annika. Sorry, Annika and Valerie, joint pain just sucks. Yeah, it's not great. It's just great, but hey. Emma, the doctors did pretty much nothing. I had to beg for MRI, but nothing showed, so they've put it down to fibromyalgia and left it at that. People really don't understand how pain works, yeah. Yeah, Jackie, pain is as subjective as art, Emma. Yeah, yeah. And I think, well, that's not a new subject or new kind of a statement, but I think female pain gets ignored much easier and much more brutally than male pain does. Holy Bear, yes, check, I'm only 41 and have the placard forever. Well, I'm not saying that, you know, it's great that you have had surgeries and that, you know, that you have issues, but it's great that you have that placard. Oh, I can still walk somewhat. But here I am finding it like I'm much more stationary because walking just hurts, and therefore I'm also unfit to the extreme. So I used to walk a lot, and now I almost never do. I just put some blender underneath just to give it a bit easier time of kind of diffusing. Putting some color in there. Maybe here as well. And maybe here. Okay. Emma dominates your life. The physio put on some stupid video about the black dog of pain. I refrained from killing him, but only just. Oh, God. That. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I hope it was it a guy? Although women have female doctors tend to have a bit of the same attitude. Let's be honest. I think I need a bit of a reddish purple here as well. What do you think? It's kind of something is missing. So that's the mauve. See, yeah, it needed it. Lucy, I feel you girls. I have arthritis, and this year it decided to flare on my wrists. I was like, universe, not my hands. I treat people's pain for living. I need my hands, darn it. Still not solved. Ah, yeah. Sorry, Lucy. Jackie, yeah, my GP gives Graham painkillers for his knee and tells me I just have to learn to live with it. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, why? Why do I have to learn to live with it? Nobody should tell you that. That's not a good doctor's sign when you just tell you, okay, just live with it. Basically, what they're telling you that they don't have a clue if they say that. Emma, oh, you're so right, Annika. My ex was a bloke, obviously. He's a father of a child. Went in with back pain and came back with the doctors with codeine, diazepam, and referral to physio. I had to beg for any crumb. Yeah. Cindy, I'm old and fat and my knees hurt, but then I feel like I'm falling apart everywhere. Cindy, identical. It's like, I'm old, I'm fat, and everything is slowly disintegrating. Hey, I still have my brains. So far, so good. And most of the days, my hands are fine. Like, I hear quite a lot of YouTubers, or, like lately I've heard quite a few. Well, not quite a few, but for example, I think Erica has often, M Colors has issues with her hands and stuff, and I'm lucky in that, at least. So far, so good. I have had a couple of scares with it, it's like, oh, are my hands going, my wrists? But because I work with computers quite a bit, so there was a bit of a scare there. I might pull you a bit closer so you can actually see what I'm doing. What about that? Huh? But so far, spitting 3 times over my left shoulder is what I should be doing if I was a proper Estonian girl. To prevent something coming true that I put out into the universe by speaking about it. Jackie, I missed the beginning. Is this Bunnies and Wagons? Here it is. That's the book I got from Michelle as a Happy Mail. I really like it. It's really cute as well. It's kind of this really cute size. I don't even know what to compare it to. Maybe a little bit to Britta Berman old books. Slightly kind of near that size. It's really cute. The art is so cute. But not too simplistic. Like it's kind of cute and cozy, but not too much. Because if it gets into too simplistic and very thick lines, then I just lose interest. I don't wanna. I know that people say, these are the real art, to actually do these so they would look cool, This is the sign of real skill. It's like, yeah, it might be, but it still doesn't interest me. Lucy, okay. I lost chat again. Sorry, I'm going there. Lucy, if it helps, my friend's mom had acupuncture for arthritis in her thumb and said it really worked. Huh. Check. I've had acupuncture once in my life and it didn't do much for me. That's when I got my rhinitis first, my pregnancy rhinitis. Essentially, everything started with a pregnancy. Apparently, there's such a thing like pregnancy rhinitis that, you get only when you're pregnant. And supposedly, in my case, it felt like your nostrils were a port full of concrete. My nose could have just not been there. It was like a decoration on my face. You can't sleep, it's pretty awful. And I was told, by internet and the doctors that, okay, yeah, it's rough, but it'll go away the moment you give birth. So I was waiting for the giving birth moment with passion, and then it didn't go away. But yeah, that happens sometimes, okay. So I was sent to the specialist type of a guy, and he pretty much said, yeah, you're now, that's it, that's your life now, essentially, like what you've been told. And you have your medications, which I do take. And that's what it is. So, this is B340. And the one at the top here was B050 Robin's Egg Blue. I want to kind of... Oh, yeah. Masseu's friend. Oh, Lucy, that happened to my Masseu's friend. She's devastated. She can no longer work. The mauve looks great. Thank you. I can't work anymore either, Jackie. I used to walk for miles. It was my form of escape, and I miss it so very much. Yeah, I understand that, Emma, because my, kind of main form of exercise was also walking. Like, I stampeded also, like, every day with the dog or without a dog or with my kids. But then when their feet started going, I still was walking like with kids, but it was, a painful experience, obviously. And eventually I just, it's just too painful. So that one was more the 030, and now I'm putting in some Viola, which is V230. I'm essentially alternating between these four pencils, between these four alcohol markers. So I'm taking the Robin's Egg Blue again. And I might give a tiny bit of pencil to these clouds, but I don't think so. What I will definitely give them is some acrylic brush pens, to kind of bring the highlights in, probably white, and maybe some light blue as well. But I won't give them much other pencil work, I think. And now I'm going to go over everything with the blender again, just to kind of basically lighten it a little bit. Not just blend everything together, but knock the colors back a bit. Lucy, my feet are quite useless because of arthritis, but I'll be darned if this thing will take my hands. I'm taking 2 different suppressors and they'll work. Yeah, I'll make them work. I have my fingers and toes crossed for you, Lucy. All these still function, more or less, in my body. Unlike many, many other parts, these parts work. Oh, I got... Pregnancy messes with your immune system, and any immune condition can show up because of it. Rhinitis, diabetes, metabolic disorders, etc. Yeah, yeah. And they don't always go away. Exactly. That's exactly what happened to me. So I now have pretty much a permanent bad nose. Well, it is what it is. Oh, there's many things that was messed up. Like, as you said, your body is never the same, Jackie. It wasn't just nose. But I think actually the nose was the worst of them, at least at the time, because it kind of stopped your brain functioning. It was like living in a fog, and they wouldn't let you take anything either, so you couldn't breathe. You were constantly short of air. Oh, it was terrible. But then when the specialist eventually, which I was sent to after the pregnancy was over, and I still hadn't, miraculously recovered, when he kind of saw, and heard how dismal it was, he pretty much said that, okay, next time if you get pregnant again, then just stay on the medications, and they sent a letter to the doctor as well, that because it's so severe, it actually puts more stress onto her body and onto the pregnancy to not have the medications than taking them. So I felt a bit better during my second pregnancy. I actually had more issues, with all joints, and I was just randomly fainting, just random spots. Mostly on the stairs, just poof, picture went dark. But I still like the second pregnancy way more because at least I could breathe. Emma, Momo, I was pretty much my ideal weight once when I went to see the GP. His solution was losing weight. Yeah, everything is always weight. Although I am fat, I'm not arguing that point. Cindy, my sister is a special geriatric nurse, and she told me everyone uses it. I wish she told that years ago. Huh. Use what? Use what? Okay, I am missing things again. Oh. Lucy, I work because I have no other option, but if I didn't, I'd probably go mad. I need to be useful to people, so I'm glad I still do, even while in pain. Lucy, kudos to you. Hats off. Absolutely, hats off. Valerie to GP, if you're a female, they'll tell you to lose weight. Yep. But then again, I do need to lose weight. So in my case, kind of justified. Need to lose a lot of weight. Spare Room Studio. Jackie, on similar note, Graham has a torn meniscus on his knee. He watched a YouTube video yesterday at how to relieve the pain, and it worked. Oh. Oh, he had the surgery cancelled because they detected a heart. Oh, yeah, the heart issue, which is being investigated. Oh, yeah, we talked about that, yeah. Emma, yeah, have children, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Yeah, no, okay, food on plate, and we'll eat and watch. Oh, things are going slow. I get distracted by the chat as usual. It's so nice to meet up with your people. Saturday nights are great. Just doing our thing. Chatting away. Love it. Okay, let's put the robin's egg blue in first again, which is... Yeah, that's the old numbering, so it's B050. Nothing is holding water anymore. So I'm putting some of it in. I'm making the clouds, quite dark, actually, because it's kind of a night sky, so they need to be dark. You know what I mean? Well, you do. I'm sure you do. Okay, so just dropping, in my typical style, I just drop color in random spots. And if I feel afterwards that I want to smooth something over, then great pencils for kind of going over some problem areas. Great cheap pencils are the Brutfuner macaroons, which are really soft, they're nice and opaque, and really nice to kind of smoothing out pastel blends and maybe adding some tone variations if I feel like it. But sometimes I just ignore it and I go on top of it. You know, I put some highlights in with acrylic brush markers, and everything is hunky-dory. The focus has been better this time, hasn't it? Because I essentially switched off, for at least the live stream, the autofocus, and it's not doing that. There's focus, there's no focus, there's focus, there's no focus thing anymore, at least at the moment. So that was really driving me nuts. And okay, and the pencil, the marker I used now was was more, wasn't it? Yeah, V030, and now it's V230 Viola, or Viola. I'm not even sure how I should be pronouncing it, Viola or Viola. Okay. And now I'm going to go over it with a bit of a blender again, just to knock the colors back a bit. It does somewhat blend things as well, but not really. It just, you know, kind of softens the colors. Essentially, you're lifting color somewhat. And I'm going to drop in some more Robin's Egg blue here at the top. Yeah, I want them a bit brighter in some areas. Let me see what I'm missing. I think looked Candace. I only know about horse ointment because I've read Dead 2. Keep it in mind for the future. Oh gosh, horse ointment. I've actually heard something about it myself, yeah. Hi, Laurie. Hi. Sorry I didn't see you coming in. I've been carried away with a million things, yeah. Well, not million things, literally. Doing the clouds and then occasionally looking at the chat. Chris, Jackie coloring in an old favorite book tonight, thanks to you. Aww. YouTube, Jackie, YouTube sometimes can be very useful. He has fixed the toilet and other handyman jobs and now learned how to relieve knee pain. While I use it to color pretty pictures. Well, that's super important for your mental health and well-being, Jackie. So it's every bit as relevant. I think so, anyway. There's a reason why we're all doing it. I think it's, you know, we just need it. Some creative outlet is just badly needed. And where's my Robin's Egg blue? I can finally just drop them in with that one. I often like the chisel nib better. Then it's kind of looser, especially if you're trying to do kind of loose or strokes like this, kind of more painterly strokes. Keeps you looser. People forget that after 30, woman's body can't metabolize stuff like her body's used to in our 20s. No woman after 30s is slim unless it has hyperthyroidism. Yeah, well, I was never skinny. I am coming from a family of good country stock. No, like you would have, I was not really overweight or fat as I was a teen. But I was always kind of what they would call big boned. You know, I was never skinny. And I tried a couple of times to kind of get there, but I would have literally had to, you know, if other people got there really effortlessly, I would have literally had to starve to get to the stage that, you know, I'm actually skinny. And then, you know, if you have to starve yourself to get to that stage, then the moment you stop starving yourself, it'll come back and more. And this is how I kind of messed up my body a lot by kind of over dieting at some stages as well, trying to be something I'm not. So where's Viola? Where's Viola? B230. Candace, I need to do one in Ivy soon. Yeah, where do you get to horse ligament? Oh, hi. Hi, Chrissy. Sorry, I didn't see you coming in. Hi, Chrissy. Chrissy, Ayana, you are indeed tiny. I hope you're healthy at that weight, because in the end, it's health that matters. Yeah, you know, whatever. I would love to be kind of naturally smaller, but I just keep expanding like dough. Oh well, I need to address it. I will address it this year. I have decided, but we'll see exactly how. Now, I think the clouds are pretty much sorted. I might give them slightly darker bits eventually, a little bit maybe darkness in some areas with pencil as well, but not much. I think they're pretty much the strength they should be in the night sky type of a thing. Just winged coloring. Doctor said his samples of GLP-1 took it, lost weight, hair, oh, and eyesight. Wow. Got off of it, and the weight I lost, I found it 3 times on my backside. After I found it, quit hiding and moved to the front. Oh my God. Yes, Chrissy, I did. See, it works for me. Lucy, Jackie, keep updated on your Inky and the Butterfly. I love to see how you were using those languas. Oh, Jackie's fantastic with, you know, any media she takes and experiments. She gets such cool results. Okay, so I want this symbol here to be pink. So I'm taking one of the pinks I used before, maybe the deep lilac. Let me see. No, not that one. I'm taking the V150 Mallow. And I'm doing this symbol underneath the feet. I'm just going to put flat pink down. I will pencil it over lately, slightly, you know, give it some color variations. So I'm just putting pink here. And I'm trying now to kind of slightly reuse the colors here that I used in the sky and around the place. So I wouldn't have too many colors here. So I'll see how this is going to work for me. I'm now not doing much shading or blending. I pretty much will put down flat color and then I'll go on top with pencils, kind of opaque-ish pencils, which is just easier in this instance. So I'm but I will do a little bit, tiny bit of blending maybe here. So I'm going to now take the cyanine blue. Yeah, okay, the brush end. Oh, hi, Diane. I didn't see you coming in. Hi. I hope you're having fun here. I loved the video yesterday. Like the attitude of doing what you can and not stress. Yeah, that's the only way I can kind of... if I get too heavy into it, if I put too much pressure on myself, I won't keep doing it. I just know myself, so I need to kind of put limiters onto it. Sorry, my voice is going. That's interesting. I don't know anything about Red Dead, says Chris. But all the talk about horse ointment reminds me of a sheep liniment. Anyone else? Oh, I love Terry Pratchett. I am a huge fan. I think I've read every single book. Well, I think I have missed a couple of the Discworld books. There are a couple that I haven't read, but I've read most of them, all right. Just adore him. He's probably the only author I have a signed book from. I'm not usually, kind of usually big autograph chaser at all, but one of my friends, knowing how much I love Terry Pratchett, that was back when he was still among us, and he actually came to Tallinn for kind of a short, promotional trip when I think the second or third book of his Discworld was translated, and she went there and queued up, and she got me the book with a signature for birthday. Such a lovely present. He's the bestest. I love his humor. I love his kind of a social awareness and everything about it. And they're genuinely good stories, underneath it all. That's so hilarious. Yeah, Cindy, we seem to be very much on the same wavelength. Pratchett's special deep sheep liniment is probably moonshine. It's definitely moonshine. It's definitely moonshine. Sorry, I'm reading the comments here because I missed a fair bit. Can't decide if that little bunny's nose reminds me of Miffy, the eyes, or how some artists do cat butts. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The need to create the little butt hole on everything. There's quite a few of artists who did that. Tight areas are not fun with alcohol markers, let me tell you that. Chris, I want to be Nanny Og when I grow up. I'm already kind of Nanny Og. Well, not exactly, but would be great, wouldn't it? That self-assurance. Nanny Og was the best leader they never had. Oh. Yeah, no, I'm from Latvia. Strong like bull, make good wife in my best accent. I don't even know much about Latvian accent. Do that from Estonia. I could have definitely been pulling the plow. In my 20s at least, and in my teens. I did, from my dad. In our summer house. We didn't have a tractor or a horse, so I was pulling the plow. I should have actually had something more ready here. This is too big of a jump. Oh, I'm just gonna go over with the pencil and soften it out. I need to put pencil there anyway. So I'm doing it that way. In little segments. Oh, oh, hi, Kirsten. Hi. Terry Pratchett rules. Emma, Terry Pratchett came to our school and did a talk in our library. I wish I'd paid more attention. It was a brilliant man. Yeah, it's so sad that he was taken so early. And I also love bunnies and dragons. No, dragons. Dragons. The boy is my piss. There's a good phrase. Oops, sorry. Now YouTube will probably shout at me for using uncouth language. YouTube can be a bit prissy like that. Okay, and I need to... This is now pure force blending. Like, this is not supposed to blend. But do I care? No. I do not care. And don't worry that it looks all blotchy and weird here. This is actually going to be, you know, just to have nice, strong base for pencils. It's never meant to stay like this. I'm going to blend over things with pencils there. That one was cyanine blue B440. Now I'm taking B380 Capri blue. I'm going to go just quickly over it with a fairly narrow line. And then I'm taking Robin's Egg Blue B050, which is not supposed to blend here, and it doesn't because it's a huge jump. But I'm just pretending that I never heard of it and do it anyway. Just been calling. My doctors keep tabs of me every 2 weeks to make sure all is well because of my rheumatoid arthritis and possible interactions. At least, yeah, you have that, Lucy. Chris, oh, the best leader they didn't have was Granny Weather. Oh, shoot, yeah, I'm mixing those two up. Nanny Og. Nanny, yeah, of course. No, I don't think I'm Nanny Og. I'm probably more of an Nanny Weather. Nanny Og and her million daughters-in-law. Oh, and the cat. What was the cat's name again? It shows that I haven't read Terry Pratchett's book for almost 1.5 years. Grebo? Was it Grebo? Grebo? I love that cat. I also loved the dog. Okay, and now I'm dropping that one just a little bit there, and just a little bit there, and just a little bit here, so Cindy wouldn't get a heart attack. So I'm not missing anything. Nanny Og is the fat. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know Nanny Og. Nanny Og is the. I know it all too well. I just got my names mixed up. As you do. When it's getting what? Close to the midnight. But bodily, I am definitely kind of, physically, I am definitely Nanny, not Nanny, Nanny Og, yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to put that down fully. In a shadow area, I'm going to put some pencils on top there. I'm trying to put some more or less decent blends down on the dragon and on the bunny as well with pastel markers. Gonna have a drink and lurk a little, Lucy. Have a good one, Lucy. Grebo, yes, Grebo. See, I did remember Grebo. The talking dog from Nightwatch books. Yes, yes, the talking dog from the Nightwatch books. I've actually colored both Grebo and the talking dog in the. I have Terry Pratchett coloring book. Love it, by the way. Love the art. And I've actually colored them both because I love them so much. They're awesome. A very matter-of-fact dog. It was like not a romantic bone. I loved how they tried to find him a really nice home and then he just took off and didn't have any of it. Why don't I see all the messages in the chat, Kristen? Cindy, I have the Terry Pratchett coloring book too. Just a second. Ouch, ouch. I'm dropping things. I have like a million papers put into it with all the plans that I'm going to color in it. But here's Grebo. Look at him. Isn't he cool? I love Grebo. And I know I have the dog as well. Wait a second, I'm going to get... Look at that. Grebo! Milanese chicken, rice and corn sauce. Oh, Lucy, that sounds really lush. That's lovely. Jackie, got my porridge and tea all set now, having a slow start. Oh, Jackie, it's a great idea. I miss porridge. I should have porridge tomorrow morning whenever I wake up, because I probably will sleep long. And here is the dog. Look at him. Just, I thought I'll show you because I love that book. And I want to color here again soon. This art is just so good. But you kind of, with this coloring book, I kind of understand why it's not huge popular, because you kind of need to understand here what you're coloring a little bit. I suspect that if you just take it as a random coloring book with just random pictures, it doesn't really work as well. You know who those characters are. Oh, Tiffany. Yeah, great book. Fantastic art. Paul Kidby's amazing. Okay, so I want to do the little dragon. I'm just going to drop some pink. Okay, first, I'm going to drop some alcohol blender into it. I want it to be fairly light. Like, I don't want the bunny or the dragon to have huge amount of contrast in them. Ow, 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 ow. I'm going to drop a little bit viola, possibly, into... No, I'm going to take the brush. Maybe here, kind of on the chin. I might add a tiny bit of pencils later, you know, a little bit, but... And maybe in the ears, maybe give them that color. And maybe there. And then some pink as well, some lighter pink. So maybe not the mauve, maybe the mallow. Yeah, I'm going to add that to ears. A little bit on the sides of them horns or whatever they are. And those dots, I might make these pink as well. And maybe this side of the face, a little bit pink. And then I'm going to just, I'm probably going to add a little bit of pencil here and there, but I want the color in the dragon to be very subtle. I just dropped some Robin's Egg blue into the dragon. Okay, I'm too far away again. Am I not? Okay, so let me see. Kirsten, make sure you select all messages at the top of the chat box where it says live chat. Oh, yeah. Emma, Sapphire Colors has the Discworld books. I want it too, but I can't find it the right time. Yeah. Kirsten, I closed the chat and opened it again. Now it's okay. Okay, fingers crossed it's going to stay okay for you. Emma, that cat is awesome, a proper alley cat. Yeah, that's the point, like. Jackie, I love porridge, fills me up for the longest time. Yeah, I like porridge as well, but it has to be thick. I don't like porridge when it's kind of like in gruel consistency, like some people or some places make kind of very liquid porridge, and that's like, you know, it kind of makes me almost queasy. Whereas if it's nice thick porridge, I really enjoy it. Emma, Jackie, I'd like to like porridge, but there's something about texture. I had the same thing with the porridge texture, but once I started having it really thick, you know, the spoon has to stand in the porridge. My porridge has to be proper thick thing. Oh yeah, and instant oats. Instant oats give a nicer kind of texture for me as well. I enjoy those better than kind of rolled oats. What is considered, Chrissy, what is considered porridge? Do you know what? It seems to really differ by country and whatnot. Because I'm dropping in a little bit of the Robin's Egg blue here as well. Just out of make it look a bit more interesting. Like in English-speaking world, porridge seems to be pretty much, you know, oats boiled with something, you know, water or milk or whatever. But if you go to kind of Estonia, probably Jana, your tradition as well, then, you know, there's all sorts of different grains as long as they're boiled with water or milk. They're also called porridge. So, you know, I don't know really how to say which one is correct and which one is not. Okay, I think I might need that blue. Yeah. It's bright, it's called bright blue G326. I wanted kind of blue greenish hints here or there as well. Just adding a bit of a variations. And now I need some really light blues. I want the bunny, I want to have the pink here, oh sorry, here in the ear like this, and in the ear like this. I, you know, will soften it eventually. And then I want to have red, kind of a pink here on the nose. And I also want the tips of the arms and the feet to have a bit of a pink in them. And maybe throw some pink in there. And the rest of it I want to do in kind of subtle, soft blues. So I have the Robin's Egg blue, which is one of them that I'm going to use, which is B050, but numbers have changed, as we all know. Chrissy, just have oats, milk, and honey or sugar. Oatmeal soup. Oh, yeah, exactly, Chris. You understand me. Ugh, it's not nice. Emma, I had a psychiatrist who put soy sauce in his porridge, and yet I was the one who needed psychiatrist. You meet the most interesting and kind of bonkers people ever. You must be a bit of a magnet. Oh, I hear the funniest stuff from you. Okay, Frost Blue, B030. Have I lost anything? B030. Am I looking the right one here? Okay, found the Frost Blue. And I need something grayish as well. Maybe B120. 120, pale blue, which I will use as a grayish tone. So I'm going to put some, I want the belly to remain white. So I'm putting some blender on there. Cindy, my grandmother made her porridge with semolina. I miss it so much. Is semolina the kind of really white, fine grain, really, really finely milled, and you get this kind of a white, smooth porridge? Is that the one, or am I mixing something up? If that's the one, then yeah, I remember it from my childhood. It was lovely. Lucy, pardon my ignorance, but I don't think I ever had oatmeal. Oh, Emma. Yep, I think I have a sign on my forehead that says, if you're weird, talk to me. Oh. Lucy porridge. Holly, we have a cream of wheat. Yeah, I think that's what I meant with that really kind of white, fine porridge. Really finely milled grains, like tiny. And then they expand quite a lot. You put very little into the liquid that is boiling, and it really expands. Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's really nice. Yeah, I remember it in my childhood. It was usually with jam or something like this. I remember. Okay, Frost Blue I'm keeping in the side, so I'm going in. No. Frost Blue is the one I'm doing first. Huh, okay, so I'm doing the whole bunny, well, most of the bunny, with Frost Blue. And okay, I forgot, but I meant to leave kind of a white area around the eyes, but I didn't remember in time. So I'm also putting it, I'm just putting the whole bunny based, except the pink bits, of course. I'm going to put it everywhere else. So I'm leaving the belly white. Okay. Okay, and now I am grabbing the Robin's Egg Blue, which should be a little bit darker. So I'm bringing it here and here. Giving things a bit of a shape here. Once again, this is just kind of a base. I will, on the little bunny and dragon, I will put some pencils as well. And then I need to come from here. And also here needs to be some darkness. Going into the ear like this. And we need to create a bit of a belly on you, like this. And there's hand shadowed. Okay. Oh, grits. What is grits? Okay, grits sounds similar if that's kind of really finely milled stuff. My New Year's resolution is to be more weird in public. Well, it's no problem for me. Oh. Emma, you know, when you were younger and going out and stuff, did you ever think you'd be having a conversation about porridge at midnight on Saturday night? Oh. Oh, I don't like tea. It sounds almost blasphemy when you live in Ireland, because everywhere you go, the first thing anybody is going to offer you is, you have a cup of tea? And when you actually tell them no, people think you're super polite and they just keep offering. Are you sure? Go on now. Go on, go on, go on. Yeah, have you ever seen Father Jack? If you ever have seen it, it's more realistic than you think. This is pretty much how Irish hospitality works. Just give them loads of tea. Okay, so I have the basic shape kind of slightly built here. I'm not going to go overboard with the blending. And I think I'm going to make the eyes green, kind of have them as only green bits in the image. And I'm going to go now over with the, not Robin's Egg Blue, I'm going to take the Frost Blue and just pulling over the edge slightly, kind of soften. If it looks rough, yes, it does. It's because they always do. And but sometimes I actually go for it and I do the full blending with, you know, whole page with alcohol markers. That does happen and has happened. But this is not what I'm trying to do at the moment. For some reason I put Robin's Egg Blue in there, so that was not a good decision, but never mind. But this is not my goal at the moment. Because the effects I want here, they would actually be a pain to do with alcohol markers, especially on a paper that doesn't really love alcohol markers that much. Okay, I'm going to soften those edges here of the belly. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, now I need to drop some blue into these. And that is going to be like this. And okay, and now I need the frost blue. And I get it to blend out with frost blue. The pencil, the marker I put in was G326 bright blue. And now I'm going in with frost blue. And now I'm looking for primrose, something yellowish. Very light. And I'm putting that there. And I don't need to do much work here with pencils, a little bit. But that gives kind of a like bit of a lazy, glassy effect. I've never had grits. Well, not... Oops. Emma, go on. Cindy, it can be black, but put milk. Oh, that's tea you're talking about. I was a bit confused. What are you talking about? But it's tea. Okay. I don't like tea. I'll come to Belgium where life is full of weirdos, so you won't stand out much. Andrea, Annika, I wonder how do you come up with the colors for your pages? Do you see instantly or do you think about it? I never know where to start. Sometimes it's instant. Sometimes I just know. I look at the page and yeah, I have the color scheme. Sometimes I just start with one color and I then go from there. I very, very rarely actually work with color palettes. You know, like I do have color cubes, but I don't get much use. I'm actually thinking about maybe selling them or something because they just take up, you know, they're quite hefty and they're just sitting on my desk and I almost never use them. So yeah, to be honest, yeah, it kind of just comes to me most of the times. I'm not very, organized about it, or you know, I don't ever put down like you know, you have really almost admire and envy people who have the whole color palette and all the pencil colors and the whatever markers and whatever they're using, everything written down and blends tested and whatnot. That will never happen to me. I'm just too chaotic for that, and it would just take me too much time, to be honest, as well. Okay, so now here I'm just going to put down, what was it called again? Capri Blue 380, but I'm leaving some bits untouched. And I'm leaving that little lighter line here. And here. So some bits are going to be untouched and some bits. But in this page, when I opened it, I kind of saw some pages you just know. You just have an idea what you want to do with it. Different story is if you actually manage to do or get there. I consider it super lucky if I get like 70% there, you know, what was happening in my head and what is actually happening in the paper. if it's about 70% there, it's a super successful page. Most of the cases, it's like 40 to 50% there. Auto cucumber. Oh. Jackie, isn't it funny how we all assume it must be better somewhere else other than where we live? To be honest, I don't think so. This is one of the things that I know that people complain everywhere, wherever they live, they are unhappy about something, but relatively, I think Ireland is okay, fine. It has its problems, but absolutely every country does. The climate isn't the worst. I would love to have proper winters, but hey, I can live with the local winters. It's not too big, not too overwhelming, not too high pressure. Yeah, I don't know. The healthcare system could be a bit better, but you don't need to be rich to get your problems taken care of, but you might have to wait in a queue to get them taken care of. So, okay, and now I'm taking Robin's Egg Blue. Jackie, you've got a natural, wonderful sense of color, Nick. Oh, thank you, Jackie. I don't even, I've never really thought about it that much, or, it's something that I just pick colors as I go. Although I kind of, in this case, for this page, I kind of did have some sort of a picture in my head. What I wanted, where I wanted to go with it. Okay, and here's going to be, opaque pencils on top of it. And now the last bit I need to do here with alcohol markers, I hope, is I want to put green, but really bright, almost like neonish green, light green into the eyes. So now I need to figure out what color is that going to be. Kirsten, Jackie, the grass is always greener on the other side, right? Or so we think. Andrea, well, your pages always turn out so beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Jackie, that's it. Emma, we have nutters wearing big coats in the middle of the heat wave here. Yeah, there's weirdos everywhere. Kirsten, I'm actually quite happy where I live by, but I would like a bit more nature close by. Well, I have plenty of that and more. My village, I don't own the village, but hey, the village I live in, it is basically, yeah, when I was still doing kind of, proper walking, was like 10 minutes from the village center, and you were basically, in deep nature and countryside, and about 20-minute walk or 25-minute walk from the village, there's like woods with old remnants of a Bronze Age ring fort in it. So it's actually a really lovely place. It's stunning nature here, really pretty, lovely. Jackie, Annika, the ants were back yesterday. Oh, but only outside so far. Well, fingers crossed. Oh, you have family in Manchester. Emma, are they giant ants, Jackie? My friend told me they had giant ants in South Africa, and I never ever want to go there. Kirsten, I also wouldn't want to leave my location, although I do want to buy a small patch of lands and woods and live there. Kirsten, now you're just making me jealous. I don't know if you meant to me, but yeah, it's really beautiful here. Okay, G130. Can I find it? Found it. Okay. And it's nice and bright. Well, hopefully it's going to be as bright as it is on this paper. It looks nice and bright here. And I'm going to just put it into both eyes. I'm going to put them into the bunny's eyes here. And here, full eye, because I'm going to put darker colors, obviously, into it. And some white on top of it as well, possibly. And here I'm going to be super careful and just putting them into that outside rim, because they've already put huge pupils in there. Okay. Andrea, I'm in County Clare. County Clare, so that's west of Ireland. If you've heard of places like Cliffs of Moher and Burn, and Dromoland Castle and Bunratty Castle and the Folk Park, that's all in basically like fairly near. Well, the Cliffs of Moher is a bit of a drive because Clare is a reasonably big county and we're not actually, it's obviously a lot of Ireland being an island is near the sea, but we're not actually very near sea. We're more inland, kind of we would be more of a East Clare, and Cliffs of Moher are obviously West Clare, but they're not, huge drive. I've driven there many a time with friends and relatives and tourists, to show the Cliffs of Moher. Oh yes, go live in the woods as a witch. Jackie, Emma, not giant ones, just black ants, but we've had hundreds, maybe thousands come streaming out of my window frame in the lounge room. Yeah, I saw the photos, Jackie. Oh, that was bad. Emma, I want to go and live with Happy Catastrophe in her cabin in the woods. Yeah, it's probably not easy at all, but every time I watch her videos, I'm like, oh gosh, it sounds so peaceful. It sounds so nice. I want to be there. Oh. And it's probably, like, it's by no means, that sort of a cabin life is probably quite a challenge. But boy, it sounds just so nice. Okay, now I need to put some things away so I wouldn't trip over stuff here. And I'm just gonna stick them in. If I have too much stuff on my desk, I get all frazzled. I'm very easily frazzled, as you might have noticed. And I have no idea if I had that out or not. I can check it later. Okay, so now we need to go for pencils, although I'm just testing, if there's still that wetness to the page. Even with alcohol markers, you really have to make sure. Sometimes you need to, especially if you've soaked it with ink like this, although it does evaporate pretty fast, but it's better to give it time to settle than go immediately on top with pencils, because if it has even a little bit of that dampness or that moisture left in it, the pencils aren't going to be working great. Okay, what's happening? Sorry. Witches, Kirsten, witches or nuns? A cabin in the woods sounds like utopia to me. Yeah, it does. And I love that she has a rooster there. That's just so cool. Just hanging out with her and her dog. So cool. Kirsten, so yes, so do we become a coven or a convent? Either one is actually fine with me. Ah, coven or a convent? I'd say coven might have a bit more liberty to do their own thing. I think there might be a bit more rules in convent. More structured life. So if structured life suits you better, then you should go for the convent bit. And if you like more of a flying free, then witches it is. Okay, I'm going to put my chart away so I wouldn't lose it, because if I lose that chart, I will probably cry deeply and unconsolably. Are we going to see now how this is looking? How much did actually bleed? Come on, come on. Little bit of a bleed there. And, well, no, not too much here. And so how much bleeding here? Okay, I was expecting actually more bleeding to the sides. If it's going like that, I might actually be able to get away without putting black frame around it. Famous last words, of course. Andrea, beautiful. I know all those places. We travel to Ireland almost every year. Oh, wow. So you know the Burn and Cliffs of Moher and Dromoland and everything. That is so cool. Do you have any relatives here, or do you just like to travel here? Like the place? Like the atmosphere? Ireland is a great place to visit, because people are genuinely super friendly. It's just naturally really outgoing and friendly. I think, like, I'm coming from a culture where you don't say hello to strangers on the street because that would be weird. Like, if you walked on the street and somebody came towards you, here the normal reaction would be hi, and often, you know, people would stop and have a couple of words with you and whatever. Back in Estonia, if you just walk on the street and, you know, say hello to a random stranger, they think you're a serial killer. What the heck? Why are you talking to me, weirdo? I actually had those moments. I had lived in Ireland for like a decade or almost decade, and I was in Estonia, and I had gotten into habit, you know, being a walker and everything, walking on the country road. Everybody who you come across pretty much says hello, or all the cars that drive past you give you a wave, although you don't know them. Or the people that you meet on the road either just say hello or, you know, have a bit of a chat with you. And sometimes their accent is so thick, the kind of local accent is so thick that you understand maybe, I don't know, every eighth word of the sentence, but you cheerfully nod and you have those conversations that neither one really understands each other. But, you know, we had a bit of a communication. I went in, you know, I was walking in Estonia, in my hometown essentially, but, you know, I was just walking on the street, not busy street, and, you know, people keep walking past you. And my habit, of course, is nod cheerfully and say hello. And I got so many almost murderers, like, really, who's that weirdo? Contemptuous looks. Yeah, Estonians are not into that stuff. You need some time to get close to Estonian, but once you're there, you're there. You're gonna stay there. And by the way, best parties are actually not in Ireland, but, you know, if you want, you know, really proper good party, then go to Estonia, get really close to people, and then have an actual proper party with them. Then you've had a party. Woodlouse. Okay, I'm missing some bits of a conversation again, because suddenly there's talk about woodlouse. Jackie, your strawberry page. Okay, I'm missing. Okay, Jackie, your strawberry page from Catitude's a dream of mine to recreate one day. It looks amazing and so real, but I don't even dare to touch that book yet. Yeah, that was a really cool page. It really was, Jackie. Chris, are you in the UK Ireland or the other Ireland? No, I'm in south of Ireland, which means Republic of Ireland, which is not UK Ireland. Oh, oh gosh. I don't want to live in a convent. I don't want to live by men's rules. Southern Ireland, okay. I don't know enough about Buddhism to have an opinion about that. Yes, Kirsten, I'm the same. I'm quite uneducated on the subject, and because of that, I don't have opinion one way or another. It seems to be a bit freer. Okay, and then your Christian, the nun situation would be Faber-Castell Black Edition is coming out to play, and so is possibly Prisma. So what I want to do here, I want to put kind of like to kind of make the sky a bit more interesting, to put some a bit of a blurry rainbowy swishes, some in some areas of the sky, just kind of randomly. I don't know how it's going to come out. I might just ruin the whole page, in which case I'm just going to go over all of it with dark pencil and be done with it, but we're gonna test. Andrea and relatives there, but a deep love of the country, the culture, the nature, and the people. Yes, yes. It is. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm happy here. I'm fine. Emma, my friend from Manchester, came to visit me once. She thought I knew everyone because they all said hello. She thought it was super weird. Okay. Jackie, Kirsten, may aspects of Buddhism appeal to me, but I couldn't give up my worldly goods to be a serious Buddhist. Yeah, pretty much same there. I don't think religion, any serious religion, done properly, is really my cup of tea. I mean, like, really taken to the max. I can't commit to a TV show. Never mind a deity. Emma, can I go and live in Estonia, please? I'm sure you could. Jackie, here I find people talk to me when I have the dog with me. When I am alone, I get ignored. Well, that happens everywhere, If you are with a dog, you're fair game. You must be a nice and outgoing person and open for a chat. Or people just start talking to your dog instead of talking to you, which happens here for a bit as well. The autocorrect cucumber. Jackie, I found that too, mostly to tell me to get my little rats away from the dog. Oh, gosh. They're extremely antisocial, the dogs, I mean. Diane, good night, everyone. I need to go. Annika, it's looking good. Oh, thank you, Diane. Sorry, I probably missed your leaving. I'm behind the chat again. Emma, I did think about going Buddhist for a bit. Jackie, I live in Brazil and everyone talks to everyone. It's a bit too much for me, really. My family is half made of Japanese immigrants, so we are a little more reserved. Kirsten, I'm going to bed now too. Have fun, everyone. Have a good night, Kirsten. What is weird? Everyone talking to everyone, or the opposite? Yeah, people don't really walk up to you in Estonia to have a wee bit of a chat. Okay, we need pencils that are bright. And I think I'm going to grab you. I'm just put away my scribbly thing. My scribble journal. Yeah. That's bright. And I also need nice yellow. That would be bright and fairly opaque. I think you might work, but I'm going to take that cream as well, because that might work really well on top of that dark blue. And I need also kind of blue-green, and I need light blue. I don't think I might pull one of these as well. So these ones don't, like, I have trouble actually telling you what I'm pulling out here, because they don't have names. Or they do have numbers. No, so this is 764. I've gotten something underneath my fingernails. I don't know what it is. Then 725, 789, and 771. But, you know, I also need something green. But, you know, I want something bright green. So I'm doing the good old thing, looking at the leads of the pencils, not at any charts. So I'm taking 779. And I also need kind of a really bright blue. Bright, but on the light side. I actually can't see here. Maybe you. Maybe you might be the one. 798. Yeah, that might be the one. Okay, let's see what's going to happen to us. I might have to try on the side with one of the swooshes. And if it doesn't work out well, I might have to put white Prismacolor underneath and then go on top with these ones. Because they're not as opaque as Prismas. Do I have Prisma here? I actually need to get more Prisma whites. I'm running low again. I thought I had plenty, and I've actually realized that I don't have too many left. I need to get more. Okay. Emma, does anyone know the names of the neighbors' dogs, but not the human neighbors? Or is it just me? No, Emma, it's not just you. I can make the same. Not mistakes, but, you know, same. Okay, so I'm actually putting Prisma a little bit underneath here. So should I try to get you closer? I can't get you very close because, yeah, maybe that's a bit better when I'm doing that. So I'm doing very softening out on the sides. And I want that swoosh to go kind of through the star. And I want it to be very diffused. So at the moment it's too sharp, but I will try to put kind of colors onto it. And then kind of diffuse it out as well. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Jackie, Lucy didn't realize you were in Brazil. Cool. I didn't know that Lucy was in Brazil either. That is so cool. This set of pencils and the Woomer sets are next on my wish list. You mean the black edition? Yeah, I really like them. To me anyway, brilliant pencils. Actually, I want something cooler than this very bright red. I might use that bright red as well, but I want to pull something like cooler pink. I'm pulling something magenta-ish out, which is 717. And I'm putting that one here. And see, because it is a lot finer texture. I don't know if you actually see the colors going down. Like I can see it here on my side, but you can see it a little bit on the white maybe. But then because it's harder but still opaque pencil, you can diffuse it into the dark color much softer. So I'm making it very soft there. And I'm going to put that brighter blue here in the middle. And I'm going to try to kind of soften. I think I might need slightly brighter color than this blue. Oh, something. Either that or that. I'm going to try 2 pencils, because I'm not really sure how to exactly achieve what I want to achieve. So I'm trying 775. Is that better? No, that's not brighter. I need brighter. I'm taking 739. Yeah, that is a bit better. Yeah. It's actually fairly green blue, but because we have this strong violet, red leaning blue background underneath, it doesn't present itself like very green blue. Okay, and I'm going to drop some green underneath there. Just a little bit. And I'm trying to diffuse it into the dark color. Very, very gently. I'm holding the pencil like this so I wouldn't have the temptation. Like this. So I'm trying to make like some of those kind of a swooshes around the place to give a bit of an interest. I might want to slightly brighten the middle with white, but I haven't decided yet. Okay, and now I'm taking the blue here to the other side of that green, which actually presents more like yellow here because it's really bright. 798, and I'm going over the edge here of that really bright green or yellow, because that is very hard to diffuse into that background. And I'm going over the edge with that, and I'm very, very gently, almost no pressure, putting that onto the paper. So I'm diffusing both sides of that out with that bluish color, and you get fairly natural looking edges. It doesn't look like a stripe in the sky. I want them to look a bit blurry. There are swooshes of light, so they can't be super distinct, sharp edges. Okay. Which number set? Okay, sorry, I missed a bit there. Andrea, which number set do you have, Annika? I have it's not. I'm mixing things up again now. Sorry, quickly. But which number set do I have? I have 100 set of the Black Edition. And I have heard so many differing opinions about them. Some people say they don't blend at all, that they are not opaque, that they're transparent and very hard. And, look at them. They are not like, like they are opaque. So maybe there's different patches, or, something is like Something is slightly weird about them. And I also want to put around this, basically around not all elements, but for example, around that clock, I want to put slight glow. So I'm taking that 798, which is lightish blue. It's not the brightest one, but it is lightest. And I'm just going to work it around that clock. If I wanted to have it even brighter, I can, put another side that say, I want a brighter glow. I would put down a bit of Prisma first, just white. And why I don't do it all with Prisma, because Prisma is obviously more opaque, is because of the texture. Prisma will leave more texture, and it would take me more work to blend it out and into the kind of alcohol marker background cleanly. Whereas with the black edition, I can do kind of, clean diffusion into the background. So I'm creating this soft glow around the item. And then afterwards, I will put little, dots of light into it, maybe, with gel pens and stuff like this. But at the moment, I'm just creating a glow. Okay, I've missed bits of conversation. Does that set have neons? Neons in this set, I think it does have neons, but I have found that compared to other pencils in Black Edition set, neons are actually a lot more transparent. So it's, well, I can see if I can find, do I have them even here, or did I move them into another? Yeah, here they are. So these are the neons, and actually on this background, because it's dark enough, they might actually work, but they are less opaque than other pencils in that set, if you know what I mean. Like I can, now if I go on top of it, maybe brighten a little bit that green area, but they're not as opaque as a lot of other pencils, I find. I don't know why. Neons are often just not as soft or not as opaque as in pencil format in many sets. A set that has good neons is, if you go by budget, I find Artex neons are pretty nice. The pencil set, I mean. And I mean their first pencil set, not the new one. So this is why I was working to do all that kind of a dark and fairly plain background. I want those swooshes in there, and then I will also put little kind of a glowy areas like that in. And I put, little areas where there's kind of a more stars and kind of a glittery bits, and some areas where there's less. So I'll probably, like this, just very kind of a subtle little glows, but they really make things look a bit better if you put star inside that one as opposed to flat onto the dark background. But it's easier to do if you actually have like dark alcohol marker background, or it can be water-based markers. Basically, it's easier to put them in with the light on a dark. You just need an opaque pencil, but that's not that complicated a thing. Oops. I put a bit of a more glow around here, so I put stronger white. Then I'm diffusing it out slightly. I don't know, my voice is breaking like I'm a teenage boy. And I'm going over it with that very subtle blue, and then I'm taking that fairly subtle blue out from there and kind of diffuse the edges. And because it's slightly, you know, kind of a harder and less textured pencil, you get more natural kind of diffusion into the background, which I've already said probably several times. Well, it won't hurt. I will also probably try to show how I do those swooshes. I will probably, you know, maybe tomorrow film a little clip about just, you know, putting those swooshes into the sky as well. Because I think it would be a cute idea for many different pages to kind of create those little, very simple light effects. Just so easy to do. You don't even, you know, need big involved pencil background, but, you know, just put some little special effects in the sky. And I think, you know, once I add more of them, that would look really cute. Okay, I'm missing chat now because I got explaining about okay, Emma, I think I have around 400 books. Will I ever color in all of them? No. Will I stop buying books? Also no. Yeah, well, pretty much the same spot there. Can you close the door, Pat, for me? If you don't mind, huh? You leave it at the moment, okay? Okay. All right, Chrissy, do you think it's worth getting the 100 instead of 50? I enjoy them. They are a great budget set. I have noticed I've been preferring them over my Artex. I only have the 24 set plus skin tones and lights and neons, so sometimes it's hard to just stay with them on a page. I love Black Edition pencils. I can't tell you, you know, get them or don't get them, but I am using them. To be honest, they are one of my most used sets. I just like how they work on the darker backgrounds, you know, how I can, you know, do those kind of very simple little light effects with them. And especially lately, you know, when I found this way of coloring, I have used them quite a bit more. See? Bit of an easy glow. And eventually I might put in a bit of a dots on there, you know, with a bit of a gel pen and stuff to make it a bit more sparkly. At the moment, I'm just building the base, you know, for... I might put another swoosh coming from there. So maybe like coming from underneath the cloud. I'm going to keep them coming kind of towards the middle. So I would probably, you know, put one, maybe put one here and one maybe here, and maybe big one, couple of big ones like that, swoosh up here and here, to kind of build interest. Love Black Edition pencils. Sorry. Hi, Bella. Bella Stella. Hi. Sorry, I didn't notice. Black Edition aka Supersoft has total of 120 pencils. 9 of these are neons and 12 of those are metallic. Now, I've never tried the metallic ones, so I can't put any opinions onto them. You know, I don't think I've ever seen them here. Maybe they're not available. I think they might actually be available more in kind of a your neck of the woods more than they would be here in Europe. I think that's where they were mostly, originally, they were, I think, made for that market more so. Okay, so I'm going to put some, once again, I'm starting with the pink. So doing the magenta here. Let's see, like I can now, show, how the neon just doesn't have the same color output. So I actually find that I get better results, with regular ones. Emma, I found some amazing neon pencils in a student range by Durban called Start. Okay, never heard of that one. 100 set, I think it does have neons in them. What you need to get separately is the skin colors, which come in a separate set. And they are actually worth getting because not all the skin colors pencils, which are just basically neutrals, are in the 100 set, and they are very useful. Not just for skins, actually not that much for skin at all, because not that I don't use browns much for skin, but they are super useful for just the all sorts of nature. See, it just doesn't give me the same result. That was neon green. See, I get much brighter with that one. The neons aren't as opaque. They just are super useful. Sorry, I talked about skin tone pencils, but they are much more useful for, all sorts of earth tones, just to have them. Okay, so I'm going to put some maybe extra yellow here as well. Sorry, I went to the wrong swoosh. I think she's fine. I think she might have needed to go outside, and nobody let her. Where is it? Okay. Can you send me the photo? Sorry. Apparently the dog had a weird poop, and my daughter thinks there might have been blood in it, and she's worried. So I will need to check that out soon. Okay, so let me see the chat. Cat, I just got the 100 cent. I've only done a small pick, but I really like them. Lucy, I meant half of the metallics are contained in the 100 set. The full range of metallics are exclusive to the 120. Okay, here you can get only 100 set, and then you can get, I think, 12 set. Is it 12 set or 10 set of the skin colors separately? So I think there might be that they're sold here, in a different sets. Possibly, like I might be wrong here, but I have that feeling. So I'm here trying to diffuse. My favorite neons are the color new neons. They feel a bit brighter than the black editions, but the black edition is softer. Okay. I need to get, Jackie, I need to get my color out more often. I forget about the neons and metallics in the color, yes. Emma, you've given me an excuse to buy more pencils. I need the skin tone set. Lucy, Annika, definitely because they are manufactured here. Yeah, that's what I thought, that they were from your neck of the woods, yeah. 100 miles away from where I live. Oh, wow. I've even visited the factory here. We find them open stock for 90 cents per piece. That's not bad, although I think they're actually... Well, the open stock is always going to be more expensive, yeah, I guess. But it's still a decent... Like, that's not super expensive for open stock, and they're good pencils, so totally. That's sad. That's one of the things that I keep constantly complaining about with the black editions. I really love them, but I would love them even more if they were open stock. Because I have several pencils in that set already that I know I'm going to run out of very soon, especially kind of dark brownish purples, which I use a lot for skin base or skin shadows. Jackie, oh, I hope Jen is okay. She seems all right at the moment. She's just chilling on the couch there. I'm going to check, you know, after I finish the stream. I know they can't sell on USA because of Crayola restrictions. Really? Crayola has restrictions for colored pencils in US? Oh, Faber-Castell manufactures Crayola pencils in the same factory here in Brazil, and they have non-competition. Oh, I didn't know that. Ladies, where do we use the metallic pencils? I've got the Derwent metallic set as a gift, and they actually are nice colors, but I just never know when to use them on the page. From what I've heard, I don't have the Derwent metallic one specifically, but I've heard they're really good. I would use them. I have used them. I'm actually done full page at least with them. They are great for if you want more kind of a muted shading on top of watercolors, for example. They actually work really nicely as a shading pencils. Like if you don't want to get harmonious pencils, but you do have metallic pencils, you can kind of use them in a similar way to harmonious pencils. Brazil makes super soft round barrel and black edition triangular. Okay, I've never held a super soft in my hand. We only have, you know, here available the triangular ones in 100 set. I like these ones very much, but I presume the super soft might be even softer than these, in which case I would be, you know, very, very jealous because I want them. I want them so much. I'm just going to put a very faint, like, you can do so nice, such nice, very soft on top of dark background coloring. They can have a subtle effect, and I like it anyway. I think they're really cool pencils. Oh, hi, Barbara. Oh, Sugar Sweet talked about that. Let's see, I didn't know that. I must have missed that video. Or sometimes, you know, if you're fairly familiar with pencils, you don't really look for that. You know, he does really cool reviews though, but I probably just kind of missed that one. Okay, so now I want to do one more, and then I will probably finish as well to kind of figure out what's going on with the dog, or if there's anything going on with the dog. So I want to put kind of a swoosh here, going that way. So I'm putting the base down, and maybe have a darker bit in between here, just to make it a bit slightly, you know, kind of shape-wise, give it some variation. I'm trying to kind of diffuse it. I maybe meant too close to the little dragon thing. Dragon. Okay, so let's do the blue here. Let me see if I have any kind of a bright blues. Yeah, it doesn't really. No, that's just giving me the same color. Yeah. I'm going to take the kind of a blue-green again, which gives me the brightest effect, you know, the effect I want here. And I'm going to put some purple next to it. Triangulars go to Europe, and from there go to Oceania. Oh, is it Oceania? I've never said that word out loud. That's so weird. And North America. Shading over watercolors sounds like a cool idea. Wait a second. I can see if I quickly see something on the shelves. I just remembered a page I definitely did that way. Okay, let me zoom back for a moment. I have this book, Immortal Ink. I like the paper here, and there's some cool art here from various different tattoo artists. Okay, this one is done with watercolor and then with metallic pencils on top. And if you kind of turn it a little bit, you can maybe a little bit see that there's a tiny bit of a sheen to it. But here. So I think it gives a really nice effect. Kind of a more subtle, muted effect. Barbara, hello, I've been enjoying your videos very much and your color amazing. Thank you, Barbara. I have the complete set of Black Edition and I love them. Also have the Woomer and Brutfoner squares. Yeah, Woomers are nice as well. Woomers are also nice and transparent. Opposite. Woomers are also nice and opaque. So you could technically do similar effects with Woomers as well. Only Woomers have a bit more texture to them, so they might kind of be a bit more challenging. Okay, so now I want to put red or kind of magenta onto this side. And take it out there. Diffuse it out. Okay, I'm going to get closer again, otherwise you can't see anything. Lucy, also Black Edition was reformulated. The new formula is more vibrant. I heard about that, and I also heard that I think it's supposed to have a bird on the packet or something. I have not seen that set actually sold anywhere yet. If it was sold, I am very, very much like I would probably not hold back. I would get another set. I need kind of several replacement colors soon already, to be honest. So I wouldn't be very sorry. I should have taken the no. I actually no. Okay, I need warmer green. I want warmer green here. It's not warmer green. Warmer yellow here. Yeah, that's a bit better. Yeah, no, I think my page is finished. We'll post on my Instagram. Quick and easy base. Oh, that's nice. Is your Instagram handle the same as on YouTube? I'd like to find you there. Would be nice. I haven't been on Instagram as much as I would have liked to, or, you know, should be. So I'd like to get back more into Instagram. That was one of my things, kind of, that I was trying to put into my this year's hopes and wishes. That I'd like to get back more into Instagram. I don't know if I can be as active there as I was once, but at least I would like to be more active than I am. Love that, Annika. Thank you for showing an example. Yes, you're welcome. Like, I just thought, since I said that I've done something like that, this is one way of using them. Lucy, Annika, they are identical. I can arrange to have some super soft sent to you. I'll just wait for the larger set of the new formula and have sent it to you, Annika. Oh, Lucy, that would be cool, but I can't be asking that from you. It's probably going to be super expensive to send stuff from Brazil. At least I need to, you know, I'd like to send something back then, all right? But it would be, I would love to get my hands onto them. That would be so nice. Especially if I could get hands now, as you said, you know, there's new set coming out. I can't lie and say I'm not intrigued. I love these Saturday night coloring club chats with Annika and all of you lovely people. Yeah, we have really lovely bunch of people. We kind of, I think we fit together so well. So I'm not trying to make them to look like rainbow because, you know, but I'm kind of want those colorful swishes in the sky. And I also want to then put a bit of a glow around these stars. So I want them all slightly different color. So what I want to do is that I put, let's say this star is going to be pink here. Let's say this star is going to be pink. So I'm going to put some white around it. Like with Prismacolor white. And here I'm actually using blunt one. I think blunt one works better in that situation. So I'm put that down, and then I am taking kind of an orangish color, and I'm taking the yellowish color, and I'm going over it because that is, oh sorry, it was a pink one it was supposed to be. Oh, silly me. So I'm going over that white with the pink, and I'm diffusing it out slightly. A bit of a color variations as well. And then once I put the stars, you know, strong, I need to probably put some, you know, acrylic or gel pen outlines to it and some color inside. It's going to have kind of this nice glow. Like this. I'm pulling it more out, those pink bits. And then when there's bright star in the middle, you know, with a bit of a shading in there as well, it's going to look really cute. Oh, hi! Hi, Artsy Endo. Lucy, I'm waiting for the Faber-Castell to release. Oh, yeah, that's so nice. That is so lovely. Yes, Jackie, we do have a really nice chat group. It's just my name, Jana Eike. Yeah, I'm going to look for you on Insta. I want to see what you did. Lucy, this bird is incredible, beautiful. Thank you. And it was a really fast page. it was really, that bird page was just, I threw down some watercolor, and then I literally maybe spent, I don't know, maybe an hour with metallic pencils just to kind of, I tossed on some shading. They are, especially the, I don't know now the other ones, but the Brutfuner ones are really nice and soft as well. So it was so easy. They went down so smoothly. It's just beautiful. Nice experience. So there. So I'm going to do a lot of those glow things in the sky eventually, and around the stars. There's going to be little paths in the sky as well, when there's going to be like little glitter bits and so on. So the sky is going to look much nicer, you know, than this kind of a flat thing than is there at the moment. Lucy keeps us informed when the new release happens. Lucy will do, so far they released 48, 72 and 100 in the new formula. I am very, very curious, you know, are they actually, you know, have you tried any of in the new formula? Are they actually brighter or more pigmented, or really, really curious about it? I don't like there's kind of a messy bit here that I'm trying to fix, but I shouldn't really be so so precise about it. Okay, I'm going to do one or two more glows, and then I'm going to check out what's happening with the dog and stuff. Lucy, worry not. You can send me a postcard colored for you. I certainly will. Oh, it needs to be a nice postcard then. It's just I know very well what postage costs nowadays, you know? Not cheap. Okay, glow. I wanted to put, I already have glow around the whatever. It's basically supposed to be, I think, the cover of the telescope. For some reason, I made that to also be glass. But we'll just have to live with that decision. I think it's supposed to be like solid. Now that I'm looking at it, I think it's supposed to be a solid thing that goes on to protect the glass here. But I also made it the glass. But, you know, artistic license. Okay, so I'm going to also put a little bit of like this texture underneath the clouds. Like this. Like this. I'm going over that colored area here as well. Just, you know, bit of a kind of a like, it's literally a bit of a texture. I'm dabbing my pencil down with a bit of a, like half circles. And I'm taking something. One thing about my black edition is that they do not have white. At least mine. Or maybe I've lost my white. Does your black edition have white? Because the light gray is the best I've got, and I would actually need white here, kind of more less opaque white. So sorry, now my hand is blocking you. I am pulling out my polychromos white, which is more transparent white, less textured, and I'm going over that area with polychromos white to kind of smooth it slightly and take tiny bit more texture down. And once I put the covers onto those clouds at the edges with acrylic brush markers, and there's going to be like little glow at the bottom like this, or a bit of a like textured glow, and there's going to be a little dots on top of it. So I want that scene to be fairly magical, like you might have realized. So I want little swooshes of little glittery bits flying in the atmosphere. I want little swooshes of light. I want loads of stars. You know, my typical page. Cat, it looks great, Annika. Good night. Good night, Cat. Oh, Lucy, you have tried. Okay, that is so cool. Oh, you have to, yeah, record the comparison. Please do. I would love to see what you think. Chrissy, yours came with white. Okay, then I've lost my white. I'm telling you, I've lost my white. And I don't know where or how. I haven't had white in that set for a long time. See, there's a bit of a glow now. Tiny, soft glow. And that glow is not going to stay on its own. It's going to be kind of a base for a little bit of a... well, usually how I do that is that I take a pit pen, okay? And I'm going to put pit pen dots. So pit pen is white, but it's half transparent white. So it doesn't have the same very harsh, clean dots as the gel pen would. So you have those a bit more subdued, subtle dots, which look like they're more in the distance. They're more hazy. So I'm putting those around there. And then once these are dry, I will also add a lot less, but a couple of really clear, strong gel pen dots. And I think that effect looks really cute. I've been really enjoying kind of playing and coming up with different little cute effects lately. I don't know if it shows my pages that much, but I'm trying to kind of go more for, you know, that I don't push myself to make more pages. I just enjoy taking my time with pages and playing with them. Chris obviously colored it that way because dragons have telescopes with pretty glass covers. That's right. That's why I did it. Not because I just didn't pay attention. Chris, also Derwent drawing white is outstanding. Yes, yes. I think it's one of the most opaque whites out there. Lucy, my black edition probably did have white, possibly, but I just lost it. At least I don't have it now. So, and I would really love to have a white because I would need that kind of a softer white here as well. But never you mind, I can just, you know, do all those effects with just, you know, use pretty much polychromos for the same reason. And I want really subtle white here. This is why it's really nice to create a really dark and fairly flat background. Is because then you can put those little very simple effects on top with pencils. And you don't need to even color the whole background for it. And it's going much slower than it would usually go at the moment because, you know, obviously you're talking and you're a bit distracted. When you actually just, you know, do it at your desk on your own, they go pretty fast because there's nothing super complicated about them. You know, once you decided where they're going and what colors you're using, then it's very easy. Okay, so I'm not going to put much more into it, and I'm just going to dab some pit pen on top of it. And, you know, some dots a bit bigger, some dots very tiny. And they're going to be very subtle, especially if they're dry. They actually kind of get a bit paler. then but they go down. I never think of using the white pit pen like that. Have to try it. Yeah, just to kind of the background glitter, essentially. Because the glitter will look more three-dimensional, or, you know, kind of a little magical dots or whatever when you're creating swooshes with kind of magical bits. Then, oh, I'm going to show you, okay? I have a page that I just finished. It was actually started last week. Remember, we started that bear page, okay? I don't know if you can see now. See that kind of those swooshes here. These are done basically. So the swoosh itself is firstly done with a pit pen, and then pit pen dotting on top, and then couple of gel pen dots on top, and that gives this kind of a bit more subtle and organic swoosh of magic and glitter. I don't know if I'm explaining it well. Oh, hi, KP. Oh, hi. Hello. Yeah, we're coming up with bits here. Trying to create. And you can also layer the pit pen, you know, let the first layer to dry and then go on top with more dots. And they're going to be a bit more prominent because you put them on top of already existing layer of dots, and you get this kind of more three-dimensional effect and very subtle. And then just couple, not a lot of gel pen dots, but, you know, kind of couple to have this effect that some of the sparkles are particularly strong, you know. Thank you, Andrea. Yeah, thank you, Chrissy. Okay, because I haven't colored in so long, since November. I feel like I forgot how. I don't think you have forgotten how. I don't think you can, you know. It's like bicycle. It'll come back. And I'm doing the glow again. So white Prismacolor around the star. At first fairly strong. I'm not trying to be super soft about it because I have to do softening with other colors. Now this one I wanted pink, so this one I'm going to do probably in yellow. So I did have this orange-ish. Okay, let's do the yellow first. No, I had warm yellow. Okay, so I'm going over it with that warm yellow. That white area. I'm also taking that, I'm pulling that warm yellow further out. And then I'm probably taking that orange and going over the edges of that glow with a bit darker color. And softening it out a bit as well, so it wouldn't be so sharp. And then I'm taking something that is kind of slightly close to the color of the background. And it would be this color, which is 771. And I'm going over the edges. That kind of helps. It's still lighter than the background, but it helps to soften the edges and bring it more into the background, the glow. And there you go. And if I, you know, brighten and give a bit shading and brighten the star in the middle, it's going to look really nice eventually. You know, I'm going to put that bit of a glow around the stars. I'm going to also pull I think I need a bit more white there, but yeah, like this. Like this. See? Easy peasy. Emma, the bears are so cute. Chrissy, okay. Sorry. Ouch! Andrea, Holy smoke, that picture from last week, and you can just, oh, thank you. That book is so cute. The Bunnies and Dragons KP. Yeah, it is. It's a really cute book. I got that as a present in the Happy Mail, and I'm super, super grateful because it's really, really cute. So I'm going to pretty much make all the clouds a bit magical and glowy, and I'm also going to make the critters. I put a bit of a glitter around them. So there's going to be a lot of bits around this guy. And I got the bit pens recently, so haven't had the time to play with it, but I have a white one for years and never used. That's a brilliant way to give it some use. Yes, yes. They are really great, and it's also really great for kind of not exactly covering edges, but softening edges, if you can have a very subtle, soft highlights. And then another thing, if you want to knock back the very black outlines, you can actually put several careful layers. Let it dry, put another layer of the white pit pen on the line. Don't do the whole image because it does change the texture, but it does kind of help then coloring over the outlines without them being very visible. KP, I forgot if you own any Mystic Art mirrors, but her new book comes out soon, Mermaids and Fairies. I have her Goddesses book. That's very cute. Oh, she's opening her Etsy shop again. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put another swoosh here. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. Almost into the cloud. And maybe put another swoosh here. So I'm trying to kind of direct them. Slightly curved, all of them. Emma, I'm coloring Fortuna in Mystic Art Mirrors at the moment. Yeah, it's a good Fortuna. I had colored that already a couple of years ago. It's really good. Yeah, no, it's the details that bring pages to life. I love doing all the details and embellishments. Yeah. And to cover the black lines, I honestly prefer the Winsor and Newton white ink. Yes, that's very good, but my favorite, if I do it, it's labor intensive. But my favorite is, where is it? I can't find it at the moment. It's Amsterdam acrylic white ink is my favorite to cover the lines. I think it gives the best kind of a texture, or kind of it's the easiest to color over. Let's put it that way. I don't know. It's a personal thing, obviously. Everybody has different experience, possibly. But if I use it for something for covering the lines, just kind of a carefully going over the line art to knock certain lines back, then I tend to use Amsterdam white acrylic ink with very, very fine brush. I mean very fine brush. My favorite parts is when I know I'm adding glitter to break out my stickers. Oh, okay, glitter is always welcome. Okay, so I'm going to pull this one out like this. And I'm diffusing it into the sky once again. And for this one, I won't bring the yellow in. I'm leaving it pretty subtle. So I don't repeat all the same colors all the time in every one of the swooshes. But you could totally make Northern Lights with this style as well, that you basically create a dark background and then you put white Northern Lights on it, and then you go on top with Faber-Castell Black Edition, or you know, any other not super soft but opaque pencil. I think Pro colors are also would work, but Pro colors are more muted. They have more natural palettes. So that's sort of a very strong chemical, almost, you know, super bright colors are hard to find in that set. My white pit pen is a brush nib. Yeah. This is the one, the fine brush, the same as you would have on the kind of a regular pit brush pens. Chrissy, are you guys talking about just ink? This is liquid and in smaller bottle. Yeah, just basically it's about that size of a bottle. Well, I'm showing you a comparison, like, okay. Okay, in that style of a bottle, but I can't at the moment for some reason find my Amsterdam ink, but it would be that style of a bottle, you know, small bottle, but it goes on forever. It lasts forever. Because you use it with a tiny, very fine brush, you know, minuscule amounts. The thing that I'm absolutely disappointed in is this one, because that one I haven't found a good use at all. I bought it with a big hooray, and now I don't know what to use it with. I thought I might be using it for covering things and stuff like that, and no, it doesn't really work great for that, and I don't really know what else to, you know, do with it. So it's sitting there, sad and alone. KP, oh, thank you, you love these effects. Yeah, they're so easy to do as well. Like, they don't take long at all. You just put flat base down of alcohol marker or whatever. Can be water-based marker if you want to, or watercolor. But alcohol marker is good because it gives you really smooth surface, so you don't have to fight the texture of the, for example, watercolor. And then just keep going. Just throw the colors down, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, and you are going to have some... no, I'm going to put some green... Okay, green, not green, the blue-green. And I'm going to put green on the other side. And I never tried with acrylic ink is another thing to try, but yes, even with Winsor & Newton ink, it's labor intensive to cover all the lines. Just done it to the Kincaid book. Yeah, I get why you would, because you don't want those lines hindering you there, but it takes forever. if I do it at all, I do it usually just for little parts of the image, you know, the ones that I definitely want to disguise. Like in the portrait, maybe I take up a lip line or something like this, you know, that I don't want to have kind of a very dominant black line, and I can't put high contrast. Most of the black lines can be disguised by putting contrast next to them, that you just have something very or light and very dark next to each other, and the black lines don't really show much. But in certain areas, like on the face, for example, you can't really do that everywhere. So sometimes I put something to knock back the line a little bit, like, you know, as I said, for example, on the lips, the upper lip. You can create contrast in the middle, the crease of the lip, you know, in the lips meet, because there's pretty strong shadow there. But the upper lip and the bottom lip, they're very hard to. Just, you know, soften the line with natural effects, kind of a natural contrast. So I usually tend to, you know, do something. Not always. Sometimes I just leave it be. But if I want to disguise it, then okay. I think I should have put a bit more white here. When in doubt, stickle it out. May have to check out my art store for Pit Pen and Amsterdam ink. Yeah, this is like super individual. I'm sure that other acrylic inks might be fine as well, but I've tried two. I have this one also, and I find Amsterdam 1A is more opaque. It covers the lines better, and it just goes down better, and pencils go on top of it better. So, you know, this is individual thing. I've seen people using, you know, all sorts of versions, but for me, the best that works for me is Amsterdam white acrylic ink, if I'm doing that sort of a stuff at all. Mostly I just don't do it because it takes ages. But if I do it, then I prefer to do it with Amsterdam ink. Okay, so, you know, you can now see where it's kind of trying to go, that image, I think. Well, eventually. I haven't done any shading. I wanted to mostly show the sky effects because, you know, this was specifically very clear in my head what I wanted to do with the sky here. So I thought I want to get there during the... KP, can you perhaps add water and use it like making a sheer translucent effect? You mean that the echo line? Yeah, it just, I don't think the texture it leaves in the paper is great either. The pencils don't go on top of it that great. So, yeah. Chrissy, I'm sorry, Annika, but this now needs to be a tutorial with this white ink next time. Yeah. Yeah, but I really only use it for that. And then another thing I use it for is if I need to make white hair. Trying to think if I can. Just a second. Okay, lady. This is now, I need to zoom back. So I think I have it here. These are gel pens, you know, that effect, but I'm pretty sure I had a portrait where I did white hair. The way I like doing it, I like the effect as well, but I hope it's here. If it's not, then I won't go, you know, digging for it all over the place, because that would take me ages. Oh, here it is. Okay, so this hair is done with white ink. You basically put the kind of a colorful base underneath. I think it was done with watercolors and a bit of a pencil on top, just color variations. And then you just keep going in almost transparent layers. I'm going to get you a bit closer. Just adding with the fine brush strands of hair. Okay, you see it now. I'm not happy with this bit here because I went, I think there was something darker need to cover it possibly. So I went in with gel pen there, but you know, the final strands, you know, kind of final bits, I put, you know, some gel pen strands in as well. I think I put too much here. This bit I'm not happy with. But, you know, for example, here, you know, the kind of this wispy white hair effect, that's done basically with brush strokes and white acrylic ink. Yeah, it's Mystic Art. Yeah, it's, from what I remember, it was watercolors, Roman small watercolor base, and then I think possibly Prismacolors, or it might have been Light Fasts, but I don't remember anymore. But yeah. I just wanted to, you know, since we talked about white acrylic ink, you know, another thing that I'm using it for is doing hair or fur that way, that I put colorful base down and then I keep going on top with wisps. Lucy, Ecoline is good for translucent clouds and mist effects. Okay, I need to figure it out what to do. Maybe, Lucy, you have to do then video about Ecoline, how to do the clouds and mist effects, because I would dearly like to see. I do not have ideas for it, or, you know, kind of, I haven't worked it out in my head what I'm going to do with it. What I'm going to do with this image now, I'm going to now finish up also streaming. I want to check on my dog a little bit more, and I also, it's getting very late here. What I'm going to do with that one is that I'm going to, you know, when I'm coloring it tomorrow possibly, I'm going to film bits and pieces, you know, how I do certain effects, you know, and when I'm adding the you know, bit of shading as well, and bit of a for example, you know, the brush markers, the acrylic brush markers, and I'm going to stick it into my next week. I'm going to, I think I have now enough clips soon to make another little bits and pieces video. So those effects won't just be in this kind of a long chatty late night live stream. I would like to kind of make them available for kind of in a shorter format little you know, clips as well, so people would have easier time finding them. Chrissy, I think I'm not in this level yet, and you can make every page look. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Millie. Thank you all for coming. I'm so happy that you all stayed with me as long as you did. Really, you are soldiers, people. And we had so much fun and so much laughs. This is what I love about these live streams. We're just having such a good time. Thank you, Chrissy. Thank you. But, you know, they all start like this. you just have to kind of power through the ugly face. is my principles. My motto is, you put the ugly base down and then you start building on top. Thank you, Jana. Thank you. Yeah, fingers crossed Shen is going to be all right. She looks all right. She's asleep there at the moment, but yeah, I just need to check her out. And look at the photos of the poop. Sorry. Oh. Okay, thanks people. Thanks for being here with me. Have the most wonderful day, or whatever the time is, and maybe it's time for you to go to bed. And yeah, all the best, and hopefully we'll meet again. If we're lucky, then next Saturday. If not next Saturday, maybe you can join me, because Saturday after that there's going to be the big fundraiser. I'm going to stream later than usual. I'm going to start 1:30 GMT. So that's basically 3.5 hours past my usual time. And it's going to be for the 24-hour kind of a live stream with 16 different colorists coloring, and kind of trying to fundraise a bit for World Cancer Research Fund. So fingers crossed that will go okay. All right, big hugs to everybody. And everything best to everybody also. I'm getting a bit tired now, and my language is going, so I better switch off. So bye-bye, my lovelies. Big virtual hugs to everybody. Hopefully see you soon.